Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly chapter master today, I guess. Chapter brother? Chapter master? I don't know. Because today we're carrying on, actually kicking off. We made characters last time. We're actually playing the first session of our summer campaign, playing Deathwatch, one of the Warhammer 40K games that was published by Fantasy Flight Games, and now is currently published electronically by Cubicle 7. And with me tonight is the full kill team for our Deathwatch campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing? First up, we've got James.
I'm James. I'm playing Brother Nazaratus of the Exorcist chapter, and I'm the librarian of the party. Nice.
You'll notice I've separated the Exorcist from the Black Templar about as far away as you guys can be from one another. Next up is Jeffrey.
Hey, everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Hastan. He is from the Salamander clan. Is that what they're called?
Chapter.
And he is the Devastator of the group. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, that's your specialty.
Yep.
Next up is Sean.
Hey, I'm playing Velitis, and I am I'm the Assault member, and of the Raven Guard.
Correct. And last, but certainly not least, is Dave. Oh, you muted yourself, Dave. So, Timo.
I did. Rookie move. No, I was flipping through the book. I didn't want to make noise. Yeah, I'm playing Gerhardt, and he is the Tactical Marine. And where did I say I was from?
The Black Templars chapter.
Yeah, Black Templars.
Mm-hmm. So, last session we generated our characters. So one thing that someone had pointed out, guys, I'm not sure if you had a chance to grab it. I think it's page 169 is where your chapter trappings are. Now, I don't know about the Exorcists or the Raven Guard, if those are listed in your relevant book. But these are the things you get to pick. You get one free chapter trapping, and there's a couple, for some of them there's a couple of options, so you will just want to select that. It was first founding, wasn't it? Where the Raven Guard are located. Let's see here.
Page 169.
169 for Jeff and Dave.
Page 19 in First Founding for Raven Guard.
Oh, terrific. Okay, so yes. So you can pick one of those. And I don't know, what about the mixed chapter? James, do you remember if they...
Yeah, I'm just having a wee... trying to find...
Let's see here.
I don't see the Salamander item.
Oh, you know what, Jeff? So hold on, that I think is in First Founding as well. One sec.
Yeah, I think that is where that one is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. So,
shit.
Salamanders are on page... psychic powers.
I don't have that book downloaded.
Oop. Oh, you know what? Oh, here were chapter trappings. When you do download it, Jeff, it's on page 26. 26. All right.
First Founding.
Let's see here. Codex Successor chapters. Let's see what it says about trappings. Like, I think we've got a good handle on what the Exorcists are all about, so we could just take a look and see something that's appropriate. I imagine a Black Templar one would probably be pretty close for that. Like, so canonically, I know one of the things they have is they have those seals marked onto their armor.
Yep.
So there is one of the Black Templar ones is something called a devotion chain. +3 to any willpower test to resist fear effects and cohesion damage. Do you want to steal the stats for that for your armor?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not? Where's that? Sorry, what page is that
Page 169 of the core book.
169 at the core. Right.
Okay, so
Thank
I
you.
need to look that up then.
Yeah, I was looking. I don't see anything mentioned for.
For the successor chapters?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it's somewhere in one of the, paragraphs somewhere. Just this works just fine for that. So then, Dave, your choices would be, for instance, the devotion chain or the tabard.
And does this go in the journal page under the chapter?
Trappings are an actual item, so it'll be something that you. There might very well be a section for it. The sheet is pretty comprehensive, so I do not know. Let's see here. I'll look at the old characters here. And let me see. Okay. Sakana, abilities, combat. Probably under the gear and tools lists under combat. Unless, let me take a look at the journal. Yeah, there's nothing, there's no place for that under the journal. And not under skills either. So, abilities. No. Okay, so I think it goes under the thing. That is very cool that all the Astartes' talents, traits, and implants are already listed, eh? Under the abilities.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
Kev, sorry, did you say where it goes in the book?
26.
No, on the character sheet.
On the character sheet, under combat. Under combat on the right side, underneath your kind of like armor or hit point block, there's a section to add gears and tools.
Oh, there, yeah. Okay,
yeah, so you can put that in there.
Okay.
What did you guys end up picking? So I know what Nazaratus got. Hassan, which one did you pick?
I have a worm hide sigil.
Very cool. What does it do?
It is actually the hide of a very powerful creature from one of my home planets, and it adds +2 to my strength.
Oh, wow. Is that something you got during your walk on the sand or whatever it was called?
Yeah, my
walk on ash.
Yeah,
I think.
Walk on the ash. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Velitis? What did you take?
So it's a choice between either Sable Heraldry, which offers some bonuses to a couple of different roles, or an ability to the Helmet Pictor, which lets you review engagements and ends up at the end of missions. Each mission you get a roll to see if you get bonus XP for being able to review it and improve yourself.
Yeah.
So those are my choices, and oh man, it's a little. Let's see here.
Just check. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of feedback from you. Is everybody muted in Roll20?
I am, but I will mute again.
Yeah, I just had to do myself.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sean. Say again. You're the only one I heard repeating back, which makes me think it isn't you.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I think you're just buying me time too, Kevin, which is appreciated. Think I am going to guess I'll take the heraldry. I'll take the heraldry. So I get a raven claw on my right shoulder of the being a veteran Raven Guard battle brother, which affords me +3 to perception.
Okay.
And then a raven Calvaria, probably. A bird skull decoration that is commonly worn hanging from a chain, and indicating my accomplishments. Add +2 to agility.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I assume the choice is between the two big categories, and I get both of those because the two big categories are sable heraldry or helmet.
There's a lot of. I double check the text in it because there, for some of the other ones, like for Gefhardt, the tabard, you pick one of the options, the sub options.
Okay. Oh, but do I get both of the big things?
So you got Promethean. Yours is Promethean sigils.
Yeah, which I chose the wormhide of the 3 options.
So,
right?
Yes, so that's absolutely correct. So whatever's listed under wormhide you get. I'm just going to double check the...
But then there's also this vigil thing. I just don't know if you get both.
Yeah, so you don't get both of those, Sean. It's one or the other.
Okay, under the heraldry.
Yeah. Like they have. If you check and compare that to many of the other ones, there's other ones that give you examples of how they look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The other thing I get increases the amount of renown that I earn. If I do also get it.
Is that which one? The wormhide?
Called a vigil
brazier. Oh no, you don't get both of those. You pick one of those trappings, and then if
you get a sigil, oh okay.
And then if there are multiple options underneath that individual trapping, you pick one of those.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then I did it right.
Yeah.
But how do I add the +2 strength to my character sheet?
Let's take a look. Because it is a piece of gear that can be swapped out, so you don't want to add it to the permanent.
Exactly, and it says after all other modifiers. So I don't know. I feel like it's kind of on top of it.
I guess when you do your roll, do you just add it as +2 as the bonus?
Oh,
I'm just wondering. Let's see if I roll climb. Yeah, I get a modifier when I hit roll, so I could just put 2 there.
Okay.
What's the gray box in the? So in like Fellowship, there's the gray half moon. It says 0 right now, but
that's your bonus. I just filled that in literally now. So if you've got a Fellowship of 36, like I have, it's a 3. It's the first digit.
Tens digit, yeah. And then certain things will modify it, like you guys as Space Marines or as Astartes, you have whatever it's called, great unnatural strength or something like that it's called. So it provides a modifier or a multiplier.
Yeah. So for toughness, it's twice your first digit. So I've got 42, so it's an 8.
But I think the sheet already calculates that for whenever it factors into any other thing on the sheet. So I don't think you need to modify it again. Like you don't need to double it yourself. Because toughness bonus because like look at your
yeah, because it just leaves that blank as 0 unless you do something.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Isn't that for modifiers though? Because like your toughness bonus is already factored in a couple of categories here. Like take a look at your strength bonus should be.
If you highlight over the Fellowship numbers and don't move your cursor, it says Fellowship bonus. So I don't know if that is. It's waiting for you to manually put it in.
Hold up. Let's take a look at because with the way that the sheet is automated, I just don't think it's likely to be necessary to do that unless it's adding modifiers after the fact. But let me take a look at all right, so the melee weapons. Here we go. I'm gonna roll damage for one of these melee weapons here. 9 + 2.
+0, you see.
Yeah,
plus
my
strength bonus.
fellowship roll is 48 plus 0.
Oh, so yep. So you must have to put that in then.
So what are the bonuses then? They're the first digit?
Most of them are just your tens. Your toughness is your tens digit times 2. So I've got 42, so it's 8. And then for your strength, it's your raw strength bonus. So I've got 43 times 2 plus 2. The plus 2 is coming from your power armor.
And you put that in the gray.
In the gray box.
Yep. So I've got a 10 bonus for my strength. It's not twice 63, which is what shows as my strength.
Oh, so
He lost me there.
Because the 20 that you get plus 20 from your power armor, but that's after you do the doubling.
Right. So the starting strength of 42 in the sheet, it says 62 because of the plus 20 in the power armor.
So you are 4 times 2 plus 2.
10.
And that would be all of us? Does that seem reasonable, or do we have different armors and stuff?
If you've all got strengths, you've all got the plus 20, but so if you've got strengths in the 40s, then you've got a 10 bonus.
Oh, so you're suggesting that plus 2 from the sigil, the Wormhide sigil, would go into the bonus then? The same as the armor?
No. I think that's just a plus 2 when you roll using strength.
Put that in as a mod when it asks you for your modifiers.
Yeah. When you make a roll.
Oh, so like instead of 75, it would act as a 77.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the bonus for each one is the 10s digit times 2, except for toughness, which we've done, and strength.
Yep.
Yeah.
So give a 0, it's just 0.
But you shouldn't have any zeros.
Shouldn't have any
all your
zeros.
characteristics are in your
All your
30s
stats
or
were
40s.
2d10 plus 20, so it should be a minimum of 2.
I'm using the 1s digit, that's why.
Yeah, 10s digit.
Like 40 is 0.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all on page 136.
Okay. Good. Oh, gee.
Just happened to be there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I did.
But it's quite spectacular because that means you hit with a sword. It's plus 10 just for turning up.
Page 136.
That really wouldn't improve our rogue trader characters, so they got hit.
No, you would.
Hello, one shot. Let's try the
Okay.
force sword.
I got yours done, Dave. Just your strength needs to be at 10.
Strength needs to be at 10.
Yeah. I set all of them for you, but you just unset it. Hold up.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. There you go. So you're good to go now. You're good to go.
I didn't realize you're on my sheet. Okay, cool.
I did. I honestly, I clicked on it by accident, and then I saw the numbers weren't there, so I was like, click. Okay. Then everyone has their. Great.
So now
That's big hit. Oof.
That's missing the side damage as well, so that's 23 damage from a sword hit.
Should I have a melee weapon? Did I miss that?
You should have at least an Astarte's
knife.
combat knife. Remember, you got your.
I must have missed that when I was adding my weapons.
Okay, so if you look on.
That was the core rulebook?
Yeah,
That
core
it's from?
rulebook. Yeah. Page 28 of the core rulebook. You have a listing of all specialities of what you get. Bolt pistol, 3 Astarte's frag grenades, 3 Astarte's crack grenades, Astarte's combat knife, repair cement, and 1 chapter trapping, which you just added. And then as a devastator, you also have the Astarte's heavy bolter with backpack ammo supply.
Yeah, I got everything. on there except for the knife. Wait, sorry, did you say page 26?
28.
Oh, 28.
Yeah. That's the print version. It may be different in the PDF.
Oh, there. Okay, I found it. Devastator. Oh, that's my extra stuff. Yeah.
Do you have your backpack ammo supply in the...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So one thing, the game does track ammo, but for all the weapons that you are normally equipped with, you have full ammo for those. Like, you're not going to run out. You'll run out in your individual clip, but you're going to have reloads, as many reloads as you need. So, specialty, we're going to get to the requisition phase of the mission as well, where you're going to be able to pick special things, but those are only... Your requisition phase will be somewhat limited because you guys are starting Deathwatch members, but
Right.
you will get a chance to buy. There's a lot of cool stuff you so can get. For today's mission, we're only using stuff from the core book. Nothing from any of the other source books, nothing from Rites of Battle. So we'll keep it simple.
Okay. So as a tactical marine, one of my standard issues is a start as bolter with fire selector, which we've already put on my sheet, and then one clip of special issue ammunition not to exceed 25 requisition. When I looked at the 4 types I could get, so I put Metal Storm 25 rounds.
Okay. That can run out.
That could run out. So that's what you're talking about, where you'd have a limited amount. Okay. That makes
exactly.
sense.
And like you're tracking your ammo for all the clips. It just means that you've got unlimited reloads for everything that's on your character sheet now. Anything that's that is standard to your character, you come with as many reloads as you need. It's only the special shit that will run out.
But yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
The cool shit.
Yeah, definitely. And then I think there's depending on the leader you pick, and depending on your oaths, you might be able to, that might adjust the level of things you can pick during your requisition. So, Jeff, did you find all the rest of your gear?
I was trying to find the page with the Astartes knife on it.
So, that I can tell you.
Oh, armory I got here. It's just slow to scroll through the PDF.
Well, that's okay. It's in the errata.
Page
Actually,
154.
Oh, is it errata?
Yeah. All the weapons out of the core book in Rites of War have been tweaked, and that's in the errata. I'll put in chat for you, Jeff, if you'd like, just what the stats are for the combat knife, so you know it's a melee already.
While I love Deathwatch, the fact that you have to have your entire weapon section in an errata is.
Yeah. There we go. That's the thing. Damage is 1d10R, and it has a pen of 2. Its weight is 2.
Okay, yeah, the weapon name. Astartes knife.
Okay.
Damage 2010.
Okay. Oh, I should check. Hold on. Is there errata from... Oh, it's only Rites of War.
Type.
The living errata died before they could get to all the books that were released. So...
The type is R, like for rending, or what?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No special. Okay, so if I...
Did I check the errata then, Kev, for the damage on my Metal Storm rounds?
Metal Storm rounds? Sure. Let's take a look here.
Okay, so it's different.
Melee weapons, Rites of War. I don't see... What page is it on?
In the book, it's 159.
159, okay, so... Take a look here. Nope, the only correction is that the requisition cost for Kraken rounds is 15, not 5. Special issue ammunition for heavy bolters adds +5 to the requisition for a regular clip, or +15 if an Astartes backpack ammo supply is used. Okay. Nope, but otherwise it is as listed, Dave, so you are good to go.
Cool.
Okay.
So the Metal Storm rounds does reduce damage and penetration by 2, but gains Blast 2 quality.
Very helpful against hordes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small, weak, poorly armored hordes or clusters.
That's great stuff. Okay.
Not that I'm encouraging you to throw hordes of Tyranids, but hey.
I need no encouragement on that count, Dave. So, no problem. James, did you have a question?
Oh, no. Well, wait till we get to the requisition phase.
Okay. That will be after a couple of other decisions we need to make, so.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Anything else? So everyone else has their trappings in, has their gear from their thing. I know you entered your solo and your chapter, what do you call it? Squad and solo abilities last time. So you've got those in there. Did you guys, by any chance, add the Codex ones that you have access to?
Codex ones?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's okay, guys. These ones are actually pretty easy. So if you don't add them in this time, it's not really going to make a difference. Or at least I'm not fussed, because they're pretty... You only get to use... One of them you get to use once per adventure, and one of them you get to use once per session, and the other one you get to use once per day in fiction. Those two are... what is it here? Not... Burst of Speed is 1, which allows you to increase your agility bonus by 2 when calculating your movement rate. That one you can use once per... once per game session.
This being a particularly good, cool sheet, on the abilities page near the top, you've got Codex abilities.
Oh, that is fucking awesome. All right.
Oh,
so
nice.
Just a reminder of when you can use these. Burst of Speed is once per session, and Feat of Strength is once per game day.
Cool.
So those are two things all of you guys have access to.
Trying to read it, but accidentally clicked it and did exactly what somebody else did. So if you hover over it, it'll show you the text, but it's really tiny.
Also, that's not quite accurate, the way that they're describing it. It's not a +2 to your agility bonus. Oh, it does, actually. +2 with all the usual associated benefits for a number of rounds equal to your rank. So it's the speed and whatever else it comes from. Isn't agility bonus your tiebreaker, or is it what you use for initiative?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah. I mean, you don't roll round per round in this. But... Oh. That's another thing. So, James, Aqualar is... you roll initiative each round. You may have noticed that too, but that's unusual for a lot of modern games, but it looks...
Extra rolling.
I can't imagine that the combats are very long in Aqualar, so... But it's neat because
round one, someone's dead. Okay, next.
Well, because some of the things, because you got those two actions throughout the round, it's sort of... I don't know. It seems like it will have some interesting potential consequences and decisions you're making in combat, so it just... there's a lot of games for the speed reasons don't do the round per round initiative, but there's some fun stuff that happens with round per round initiative. We used to do that in AD&D Second, and it had some pretty fun when the players would continually lose back to back to back to back, and then finally get an initiative win where they'd be able to act twice in a row. It was pretty satisfying. Okay, so then that's that. Then anything, Jeff, you got your gear in there now?
Yeah, I think it's correct. I can click on it. Oh, I did already. Didn't I? Yeah. I think it worked. I just missed. I clicked on it.
Did you? I don't.
I start to use knife. I needed to roll a 32, and I rolled a 35. It was a failure.
Did you just?
I can try it again.
Oh, there it is. No, I see it. Okay, yeah. So I thought you had just rolled it now. All right.
I'm not very good at my knife. Don't get close to me.
You're not very good at knife?
No, I'm not very good at knife.
All right. Okay, so then let's talk about... So one of the things I thought about whether to... like how to get us comfortable with playing in the different combat modes and go from solo mode to squad mode and whatnot. And I reread the adventure, and I think the adventure is going to be a great introduction for this. So for those listening at home, I will tell you, this is not going to be a smooth run through with experts in Deathwatch. This is going to be a process of a bunch of raw recruits learning how to play this game. So, but it does a ton of really interesting things in it, including like escalating XP objectives. So let's just quickly talk about, for one, let's talk about the two different modes. So remember, we went in great lengths talking about the solo mode and the squad mode last time, right? How there's the two different abilities. The character sheet switches over from one thing to the other thing, right? Going into solo mode is a free action. You can automatically do that. And you can do that on other people's turns. I'm not sure, like, conceivably there's a reason why they say that. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it'll become evident over the course of play. But just remember, when you are in squad mode, you can drop out of it for free if for whatever reason you want to do that. When you are in solo mode, you get the benefit and you gain access to whatever solo things you've got. So each of those will be different for each of your characters, so please be mindful of what your solo abilities are, because you do want to take advantage of those. It's one of the ways that makes the different chapters feel special, and yeah, it'd be cool to see that stuff in play. Squad mode is something that you are in once someone activates it and you are within 30 meters, so 30 meters of the person activating it. You are then within that area. Once you are in squad mode, you gain the benefits that come from that, including you get access to something called cohesion, and you gain the ability to make use of squad tactics. The squad tactics, you have the chapter trapping one. You do not have an ultramarine among you, so your chapter squad tactics will not benefit anybody else. You can always drop into squad mode yourself and then decide to make use of it, but use of your chapter one. Otherwise, your squad mode abilities are one of the things we're picking when we do requisition. When we get, not requisition, but when we get ready, the debriefing to get ready for the mission. The 3-4 things you do over the course of getting ready for a mission after the briefing is done is you pick a leader. The leader will tell you what kind of oaths you can swear. You then swear an oath. Your leader will also tell you what kind of squad tactics you can have access to. So you get those as well. And then we do requisition. I will tell you how many requisition points you get based on the difficulty of the mission, and using what you learned in the tactical briefing, you then get your requisition, your other gear that you're going to need. Then you try and survive whatever hell I'm going to rain down upon you. There will be primary objectives that you will learn. That is the thing, if you achieve it, that you get the most XP from. This game rewards those who achieve their objectives. So the primary objective, if you get that, that is the most XP. A secondary objective is less XP, but they're often independent. You can do both and get XP from both of those. The secondary objective you will most often know beforehand. Some secondary objectives will become emergent over the course of a mission. where you will realize the secondary objectives are generally a matter of improving the quality of success in the primary objective. So they're clearly related to one another. The other kind of objectives are tertiary objectives. These are more individual. So there may be a specific goal you've got, or may a specific thing you need to do. If you do those things, or if you achieve those things, or if you find those things, you also get independent XP from that. Those likewise may be things that are evident from beforehand, or they may be things that you only become aware of after or while in the course of a mission. I will tell you when other tertiary objectives come up. Not every mission has a ticking clock, but this one does. So you need to be aware that you have a fixed amount of time before this world cannot be redeemed. If you are not on the exit shuttle, you're fodder for the Tyrannid swarm. So, those are all the things that we're going through. The squad mode, getting into that, is a full action for one person. Once you've done that, though, you're in squad mode. Anybody within 30 meters of you is within squad mode automatically. No one else needs to do it. No one else needs to make the selection. If you want to get out of squad mode, it's a what kind of action, guys?
A free action.
Correct. Then the alternative is, if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to spend your full action, you can spend a reaction or a free action, but you then need to make a cohesion test. Whatever your cohesion is, you need to roll that number or less on a d10. If you fail, I can't remember, I think you might lose 1 point of cohesion if you try to go into squad mode and fail. So it's sort of if you have the time to get into it, you can do that. If you need to do it quickly, so you can take advantage of one of the tactics, the squad tactics, well then you kind of need to rush things and hope that you roll better. So those are the things that I wanted to mention, is your solo abilities that all of you have from the codex, how you change modes, and then how we're going to measure your success in this mission. Have you guys any questions about the generalities that we just talked about?
I don't think so, no.
Nada? Okay. Then, guys,
Well, here we go.
let's dive into some block text. All right, here we go. So, we're going to do things establishing the scene, and then we're going to flash back and do all the mission briefing areas. So, guys, you descend on wings of fire to the tormented earth of a dying world. Within the thunderous, claustrophobic hold of your drop pod, the assault on your senses and the agonies the crushing G-force exert on your body would kill an ordinary man. While outside, the armored ceramite burns like a falling star. But you are no ordinary men who endures this fiery trial. You were Space Marines, the Emperor's chosen angels of death. Within your mind, you recall the mission briefing, replaying it with perfect clarity. The world below is Tantalus, a resource moon on the edge of the Castrobel system, a system around which the jaws of the Great Devourer are tightening shut. Your minds focus on the goal of the mission, and you recall the last broadcast from the world's surface, an icy, harsh voice barking from the Voxnet through howling static. Attention, Deathwatch vessel, Thunder's word. This is Magos Biologus Zardos Viakai. My conveyance has been fatally damaged and forced to crash land en route to rendezvous zone. I survive. The data core survives. I require immediate extraction from this location. The swarm approaches. Crash site unsafe. I will seek shelter nearby until your arrival. The data core must survive and be retrieved. Location and Carta follows. I will set this message to repeat as long as the anima endures. Message ends, and cuts off. The voice cut off and was followed by a rapid chatter of sacred binary code before beginning again. The swarm, 5 hours and counting. 5 hours until the whole area is swept clear of life under an unholy tide of fang, venom, and claw. 5 hours. 5 hours and counting. The retro thrusters hammer into you like a blow from an enraged god. The drop pod doors blast open, and you spring forth from your crash harnesses. Power armor systems already engaged, auto senses tracking, weapons in hand. The daylight wanes, and through your suit's filters, you detect two pervading scents on the bitterly cold air: burning chemicals and human blood. But let's talk about your briefing first, guys. So, what you know from your briefing, in addition to that clever bit of a block text, you are on an emergency extraction mission to the area of Pyroclast Gamma 9, a refinery in the northern subarctic zone of the industrial moon of Tantalus, an imperial world in its death throes and already considered lost. You must retrieve the data core belonging to Magos Biologus Viakai, and if possible, extract the Magos himself. The data core contains vital data on the Tyranid organisms of Hive Splinter Fleet Dagon. In approximately 5 hours, the main Tyranid swarm will reach the area. The chances of survival of anyone caught on the ground at that time are negligible. Once the objective is achieved or the time runs out, the kill team must gain high ground and activate an extraction beacon. A specially modified Thunderhawk will brave the tempest in atmosphere and retrieve you. The Tyranid Harbinger and Vanguard organisms are expected to be in the area already. They are hazardous in the extreme. Imperial survivors may be in the area, either as remnants of the refinery's personnel or others fleeing ahead of the swarm. They should be considered expendable. The Emperor have mercy on their souls. You will be equipped with a map image of the area viewed from orbit just after the crash, pinpointing the crash site, and a one-use emergency beacon transmitter to enable your retrieval. The Deathwatch frigate Thunder's Word is holding a perilous orbit above the area, evading detection by Tyranid destructor organisms, and will remain so until extraction is needed, when it will break cover to effect a rescue. Your primary objective is to retrieve the Magos' data core. This is, without doubt, the focus of the mission. The secondary objective: rescue Magos Viakai. The person of the Magos is valuable to the Imperium and the war effort in the sector. Allowing his death would diminish the completion of the mission. Tertiary objectives. If you rescue the Magos in person, the specific individual Marine who does that, you may gain a tertiary objective. And purge the Xenos. Kill as many of the Tyranids as possible. Those of you who tops out. Deny the enemy what is the Emperor's just due. If you destroy the refinery facility on departure, you will also achieve a tertiary objective. Those are the obvious ones thus far, guys. So those are the objectives you need. You have 5 hours with which to complete your mission. We are dividing each hour up into 10-minute increments because this was clearly written by either lawyers or accountants, because that is precisely how we track our time. You will have 50 units of time to locate him, to extract him. Your travel will take up unit time. Your exploration of areas will take up unit time. Your engagement with different species will take up unit time. You will have a running tracker of it, so you will have ample opportunity to understand. This particular adventure, the further we get, the more units of time that are gone, the more difficult the combat encounters become. There is random encounters in this, and the random encounters factor in how fast or slow you have gone, how loud you have been, and how much time has gone for the swarm to build up its strength. So those are the factors that are weighing on the expenditure of time. Then, let us talk about preparation for our mission. Have you any questions about the task before you, Battle Brothers?
No, I wrote it all on my data slate for easy access later in case we all have questions.
Excellent. Brothers, no questions?
Don't think so.
There will be. There will be.
I'm sure there will be confusion at some point.
If there will be,
There will
that
be,
will...
Captain.
Unknown. Things seem clear now.
Okay, and...
It's all crystal clear.
Here we go. All right, so first thing you need to do, you select a leader. Choice of the leader is up to the players. I'm looking on page 228 of the core rulebook. If you cannot do it, or if you don't want to do it, I either choose one, or you can all roll d10s, but there is consequence for picking the leader. So the benefits of being the leader can use his fellowship or command skill to rally his squad and repair cohesion damage. So if you're concerned about keeping the cohesion rating up, that is one thing you need to consider. And once during the mission, the leader and any battle brothers within his support range, so 30 meters, can automatically enter squad mode without needing to make a test. This can be at the start of the leader's turn as a free action, or at any point by the leader as a reaction. This is the one exception to the two things I mentioned: rolling against your cohesion or taking a full round action to do that. So that is the heavy responsibility, because it is only the leader who can choose to do that. Who has the best command skill?
Command.
Not me. Or fellowship, right?
Fellowship or command. I assume that command's based on fellowship, so I assume that it would
you're
be...
right.
Command is a skill?
Command is a skill,
It's
correct.
basic skill.
Yeah, my command is 19.
Some might say an art, but
Yeah.
Some would say that you're born to it. Ah, Validus.
Velitis.
Validus.
The light.
Velitis is a 20 command. Gevhart has a 48, and he is a tactical marine.
Ooh.
And I also have an ability for a couple of abilities in squad mode that will help us too.
Nice. Wait, is it the tac marine that has the ability to share the chapter ability?
Yes.
That's okay. I was confusing it with, because I built a fucking tac marine ultramarine for James to play last time. So that's why, which I think you didn't get a chance to play either.
Share the benefits of the chapter squad mode abilities with all members of the kill team.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because the rest of it, that's a big deal.
Okay. So then the other thing that comes from the selection is the specialty of the leader will tell you what kinds of oaths you can take. That's on page 229. Attack Marine, though, can do almost any of them. You cannot do Oath of the Weapon or Oath of Knowledge, but all the other ones are open to you. Oath of Loyalty, Oath to the Emperor, Oath of Glory, or Oath of the Astartes.
How do you say your name? Gerhardt?
Gerhardt.
Gerhardt is a tactical marine?
He is.
Oh, yeah. So it's a good choice for a leader.
So
okay.
Is Gerhardt your squad leader, folks?
I vote for him.
Yep, I'd go with that.
Sounds-
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Don't mess this up, Gerhardt.
Insubordination already.
Do I get to be in a Kawari then? No, just kidding.
So, this means, Gerhardt, if you wouldn't mind maybe using a dot on your token, if you could track your cohesion. Cohesion starts at an amount equal to your fellowship bonus as a base. So I think your fellowship bonus is a 4. And let's see if there's any modifiers.
There's this place on the sheet for it.
No, but we want to be able to see for everyone to see it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right, so... And then you also... So you've got command. Do you have command at plus 10? Or just at base training and command?
I have command trained.
Trained. So you get plus 1 because of your command. So your total cohesion to start is a 5. This is before you take your oaths. Excellent. Thank you, Dave. Everyone can see that? Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, oath taking. So you have a choice of the Oath of the Astartes, which gives you plus 2 cohesion, and then there's the list of the squad mode abilities you get. The Oath of the Emperor gives plus 10 to willpower tests. Oath of Glory gives plus 1 renown per objective. Oath of Loyalty gives plus 10 to all tests to resist cohesion damage and plus 1 to cohesion challenges. That would include that auto going into cohesion mode or to squad mode. And if you want to see what those different squad mode abilities do, those are starting on 221.
So let's say you can highlight them on your sheet too.
Oh, nice. Okay, so if they're on the sheet, that's even better. What a great sheet.
On your abilities tab, just above your personal abilities, there's attack patterns and defensive stances.
Oh, that's awesome. Is there an oath thing area too where you can drop down and select an oath?
Sorry, where's that?
I was on the abilities page, and right below the button for switch to solo mode, switch to squad mode. When you're in squad mode,
Oh, yeah, when you squad mode, yeah, then you've got it. Cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, then there's a bunch of ability. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
You know what happens when you click it? Displays in chat? There we go. There you go,
okay.
Madison.
Wait, sorry. Were we supposed to set up cohesion number?
No,
Not yet? Okay.
because there's only one person who's going to track it, and I want you guys all to be able to see what that score is easily.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you can add it in there, like, because it'll also do the roll for the cohesion challenge. But the cohesion is going to be a shared resource, and I don't think there's a way of linking all of your sheets.
Right, they're not linked together. I got it. Yeah. Okay.
As far as I know, I actually really don't know. Because there is an option to tick squad leader. So maybe that's what sets the cohesion for the rest of the group. Dave, why don't you set the cohesion, base cohesion at 5, your current cohesion at 5, and then tick squad leader and see what happens. Let's live large here.
Okay, and then hit a cohesion challenge.
Yeah, sure, why not? See what happens. Well, you roll a success on it. Good job.
Okay, so yeah, it doesn't show it on our sheet.
Yeah, it doesn't update it automatically. So I don't know why.
So I'll have to update it on my sheet and then just update the little blue dot.
No, but I'm wondering whether yes, and that would be great, Dave. Thank you. And then what I was hoping is that it would auto-populate to the other.
Show on our sheet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
But your support range is listing correctly. Oh, this is great. What a great sheet. All right. So anyway, you can hover over to see what each of those. That's even better. Each of those do. What are you guys thinking? Oath of the Astartes to start with more cohesion. Oath of the Emperor to get that willpower bonus. It is to willpower tests as well, not to your willpower itself. +1 renown per objective. So you use that is stuff that'll help you gain your ranks in renown. Because right now you are like starting Deathwatch Astartes.
Or and renown kind of like gaining XP, or
so you gain XP from achieving the objectives. You'll also gain some renown from achieving them as well. Renown is how experienced you are and how senior you are within the Deathwatch. It tells you what kind of stuff you can access and what gear you can gain access to. The more experience the more renown you have, the higher your rank, the better shit you can gain access to. Those are some of the restrictions you're going to see when we do the requisition. So what this would do would be to accelerate your renown in addition to gaining the XP. Sorry, Sean, you had a question or comment?
How big is cohesion? So
5.
how often is that used?
Cohesion is what's used to activate any of your squad mode abilities. So you'll see.
And how should we look at Gerhardt's or R5? How should we look at that? Is that good?
This is the first time I've run this game, so
yeah.
What do you think?
Let's go to chat.
Yeah.
And see.
What I can tell you is that here's one easy way of thinking of it is that it is a D10 against whatever number is there. If you have +2 to it, a 7 or less is a better chance than a 5 or less.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is also
I have a feeling that losing cohesion between our unit could be a death spiral.
Yeah, and actually having that bonus, even just for our first adventure, might just make it a little easier to get through.
Yeah. So I was leaning towards cohesion.
Here's how, guys. Here's how you start losing cohesion. A kill team loses cohesion when you suffer 10 or more damage from one of the following sources. A basic range weapon with the accurate quality, like a sniper rifle. You get shot by a sniper and you take 10 points of damage after armor and whatever else is in, you'll lose 1 point of cohesion. A weapon with the blast quality that does 10 damage, you lose 1 point of cohesion. A weapon with the devastating quality, and you take 10 points of damage, likewise, you take that. This cohesion damage can be ignored if the squad leader passes a challenging command or fellowship test. That's a free action. So if you try and rally your guys.
Yep.
Creatures with the fear trait also cause cohesion damage to the kill team, but this damage is negated if the kill team leader succeeds at a willpower test. And then you recover you recover cohesion by completing one of your mission objectives, by spending a fate point, or if I decide that the Battle Brothers have completed a particularly monumental task or role played well the bonds of brotherhood within their kill team. Speaking of fate points, I'll remind you too, you've got those personality traits. One of them comes from your chapter, one of them comes from you individually. Once per session, you can call on that, role play it out, and you get to use as if it was a fate point. You can re-roll your dice. Remember, you had individual, I think they're called demeanors in this game. You had an individual demeanor and you had a chapter demeanor. So, what oath do you think, guys? Are we taking the Oath of Astartes then?
So there's
Well,
two
there's
that
also
affect
Oath of
there's
Loyalty,
loyalty. Yeah, there's two of them that affect cohesion.
Well, those are cohesion tests and cohesion challenges with the Oath of Loyalty.
Yeah, they come from the other direction on cohesion.
Yeah, so one of them is just the raw cohesion, because you are spending cohesion. Each of the different squad mode abilities or attack, what are they? Attack patterns, defensive stances. They have a cost that is associated with your with the cohesion. Some of them are free actions too. That's kind of cool.
Have more in the pool or more to resist losing the pool, basically, right?
So, well, and here's the difference. So, like the squad mode abilities for Oath of Loyalty, tactical spacing, regroup, and soak fire are all defensive stances. Whereas the Oath of Astartes, squad advance, bolter, assault, and tactical spacing are all attack patterns. So it depends on where you think we're going to need to be defensive. I don't know.
Good point. No, I guess we're on the offensive. So
We want to get in, get out. So, but regrouping and soaking fire might have to happen. I don't know.
No, I think that's a good point. So then it's Oath of the Astartes. If we were on the, as you say, if we were resisting on defensive, Oath of Loyalty would be better.
Right. This is like, even though it's an extraction, it is kind of an assault. Like, we are in there, kill everything we see, and find the data core. Maybe save the Magos if we see them.
Extract the data core, extract the Magos if we can, purge the Xenos, destroy the refinery, and get to the extraction beacon.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of agree with you, Dave. I think we just go full offense.
Okay.
Well,
So
one of them is the bolter assault, and I have a heavy bolter, so I don't know if they line up, but
Okay, I'm
sounds
up
like
for
they
that.
do.
Do we all put it on our? Do we put that on our sheet? Do we know?
Okay, so we're going to take the Oath of Astartes.
Yep. So it affects the squad. So the Oath of Astartes gives +2 cohesion. So you can increase your cohesion to 7, Gerhardt.
Yeah.
And the squad mode abilities that can be activated are Squad Advance, Bolter Assault, and Tactical Spacing.
Yeah, bolter assault. I just threw it up there because Jeff was asking for the count.
Oh, they're on. If you go to squad mode, they're in there.
If you're in squad mode under attack patterns, which is right under the bolter assault, fire for effect, fire support. So all of our 3 effects, our squad powers, are all in that left 6.
Oh yeah, costs 3 cohesion. Woohoo!
So you just got to note which ones you have of the grouping, Jeff. For that
Yeah.
bolter assaults.
Squad Advance and Tactical Spacing.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And Gerhardt's got that ability to potentially share his chapter ability.
Squad advance only costs 1 cohesion. And tactical spacing.
That's your personal one that you can bestow upon us.
No, these are the ones. I'm just sharing the 3 that we have. Tactical spacing is a defensive.
I will point out to you, Bolter Assault actually does not apply to a heavy bolter. It's a storm bolter, a bolt pistol, or a bolter. Alternatively, you can use your standard action to throw a grenade, though, during a Bolter Assault.
So it's a charge and attack.
Charge.
Because you're charging.
Use
right.
a charge move and a standard attack with one of those 3 weapons: bolt, pistol, bolter, or storm bolter. Alternatively, you can use the standard action to throw a grenade.
What's the Gerhardt? What's the one you can bestow upon us? So we know what it is.
It's called Tactical Expertise. It allows me to share the squad mode abilities with the kill team as if they were part of my chapter.
I think it's the 2 chapter ones he was asking about.
Yeah. We can use those, right? Because you're, or
Well, so my chapter squad mode abilities.
yeah, that we have access to, I think.
Yeah, so this is what.
No, you don't have access to them. What the tactical one allows him to do is he can then share the benefit of it with you. So if he goes into squad mode, activates that thing, you gain the benefit of it, even though you're not a member of the Black Templars.
I see. So I don't need to know about it, really. It's just going to happen to me. Never mind.
No,
Very
but
good.
it is worth knowing what they're capable of because you guys are a team, right? So
Yeah. I was just afraid I was going to have to do something, so I'm trying to get my arm
Oh, I
around
can
what
do
I
a
need to, like,
successful. Yes, I could do a successful standard attack with melee weapon. Oh, right, me.
is that your sorry?
I'm reading what his Dave's.
Oh, the Holy Vengeance.
Yeah. You could just go berserk with your sword. I like the sound of that.
Mr. Chainsword, here you go.
Mr. Force Sword, yeah, this is you just could keep chaining it. As long as you keep hitting, you keep hitting.
These are Gerhardt's
Yeah,
abilities?
the chapter. It's on page 222,
It's on
Sean, of the core book.
Okay.
If you want to see what it's the two.
I do.
So there is a codex. So it's the Black Templar attack pattern and the Black Templar defense pattern.
Yeah, the other one is called Armor of Faith.
This is in the core rule book?
Yeah, that one's on page 224.
But it's in the chat as well.
Oh, nice.
They've shared it in chat.
Yeah, awesome.
+10 to tests resist psychic powers and +4 to toughness bonus in reducing damage from physical attacks of creatures with a demonic trait or psychic powers.
Nice.
So it just depends on what we're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Both of my chapter abilities are very demonic defense or attack.
Mm-hmm.
Funny that. Mine too.
In Nezeratus's case, it's more of a textbook self-loather. So, all right. So, does that make sense then, guys? What squad mode abilities you've got access to? Remember, you can drop out of squad mode as a free action, but to get back in it, someone needs to activate the squad mode ability again. You gain access to your chapter solo ability when you're not in squad mode. We're going to assume you guys are starting out of squad mode. You're in solo mode, so have your characters on solo for now. You can do it as if you want to still travel in squad mode. You just kick it on right away. You got to stay within 30 meters of each other. At rank 1, you're there, and also at rank 1, you have to see each other. That changes as you get more ranks. As long as you can hear them, and then it gets a bigger distance, and then likewise, as long as you can hear them, it gets an even bigger distance the more ranks you get. But for now, it's within sight, within 30 meters. Sorry, Dave, you had a question?
I was going to say, but you have to be in solo mode to use Burst of Speed, which is your once per game session, and your Feat of Strength, which is once per day in game time.
Yeah, and like if for some reason you found like, fuck, we need to hurry up, you can, as a free action, drop into solo mode and then use those abilities. But then somebody would need to get you back into squad mode. Gerhard has one way of doing that once per session that you can do, that nobody else can do, which is, boom, you just drop them into, so you drop yourself into squad mode. Otherwise, it's a full round action, or it's a free or a reaction, and you make a cohesion check. If you fail the cohesion check, you lose your next round.
So you're trying to get into squad mode, you fail, and now you're
It's the herding kittens problem.
Yeah.
Of like, everyone's giving different commands in their own chapter battle, language. And you're like, motherfucker, we don't use that one. Just listen to me.
All right, because it's, if you do the free action, if you fail it, then you skip your turn, don't
exactly.
you?
As long
and
as you've got
go in the next turn.
Yeah, as long as you, so the other option is to just, to spend the full turn doing it. So But
Cool.
again, and is it? Did I say it was once per? I said once per adventure, once per session, but I think it might be once per mission. You can do that. You can like force everyone into that mode for free. Free.
That's a very good character sheet, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Once per
amazing.
mission, so not per session. I misspoke there. Once per mission, Gerfard, you can drop everyone into squad mode, who's within 30 meters of you. You do need to have a minimum of one battle brother within your distance, too.
Okay.
Okay? All right. So we have, your oath is taken. Your...
Do we have to put that somewhere?
The oath, I don't know. I'm sure there's somewhere on the character sheet for it. I just don't know. I don't know where. Take a look at macro down again here. So it's under, where was it? Journal? No. Abilities. So under squad mode, I do not see anything. Under journal, I do not see it. Under combat,
I'd like to point out that under journal there is insanity points and corruption points.
yep,
I battled Lava.
yep. I guess this game's amazing.
Yeah. Let's see, how many curses can I put on my page? Oh, at least 3.
All right, so I don't see anywhere where it has.
No, I guess we just need to note it down,
Yeah,
jot it down.
Okay.
it's weird. Just ever like so much else is automated on here, huh? Demeanor, not under Psychana. Cohesion, support range. Specialty chapter abilities. Yeah, I do not see it. Okay, then. Last thing, guys. Requisition. Full rules. So your armory begins on page... Let's see here. So the gear starts on page 145. You will each have 50 points, 50 points of requisition to spend. Please be mindful of the renown requirements. You guys are initiated members of the Deathwatch. That means
What page?
this is page 145 is where it starts. You have 50 requisition points to spend. And as long as you qualify for it with your renown, you can purchase it if you've got the requisite requisition points.
So, and what's our current renown?
Current
50.
renown is 0. You are initiates.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So, like, an Astartes Heavy Flamer is 15? Am I reading that right?
Yes, remember, you not paying for the stuff you've got already.
Yeah.
And the stuff you're getting through requisition, you do need to buy extra clips if you want to have them.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So, ammo mostly, I guess. 1 second.
Yeah, special ammo.
Yep. You can choose to pool your requisition points for a communal item or to requisition a particularly rare item for one member. That likely might apply for the heavy weapons.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. What do you got for heavy weapons there, Jeff?
I have a heavy bolter.
It's like, for instance, Astartes heavy flamer is 15. And that doesn't have a renown requirement. All the other heavy weapons like plasma cannons, melta-guns, las cannons, they all have a higher renown than you guys are.
Roger.
So the flamer that we talked about this during the character creation, that it would be a traditional weapon that the salamanders might use. Is that correct?
Salamanders love. If you take a look at the full size illustration of Hestan under your bio button of your character sheet.
Page 150.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Page 154.
That uses 15 of my 50.
It would be 15, yeah.
Anybody want to upgrade their knife to a chainsword for 5 requisition?
Already got one.
Page 154.
Yeah.
Top of the chart.
Well, I kind of feel like this is a no-brainer here for me.
Okay.
Astartes.
Huh.
Heavy flamer.
So the heavy flamer has a weight of 65, though.
So I could not take my heavy bolter with me.
If you want to leave the heavy bolter behind, the downside there would be the heavy bolter. You have as many clips as you want.
Oh right.
Yeah.
You can buy 15, and then you could buy clips for your flamer.
Where's the weight that I can carry?
The good question.
I just want to see how close I am to.
What's the cost for extra magazines? That's on here too?
That is at the end. It's one of the last things in the section, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on.
Ring.
So special ammunition is on page 158.
You might want the Hellfire rounds. That. That gives your
Right.
Oh, books.
Since I have my ranged is a pistol, are we thinking that I should probably purchase a long gun, a regular long gun? What do you anyone else have a thought on that?
There's a started sniper rifle on page 153. The 20 required, 20 requisition, no renown. Accurate, felling, and toxic. 200 meter range. So if you're looking for a long gun, that's probably your baby right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Kev, can you check the errata for the damage on the chainsword, just in case they change something?
Can. Chainsword is 1d10 plus 3 R, pen 3, balanced and tearing.
So yeah, they reduced penetration from 4 to 3.
Yeah, weight 10.
Where do you put the weight?
I don't know. I'm actually looking through your. I'm also trying to see. I looked in the ammunition section, and it doesn't really.
I actually listed it twice because if you go on the right side and you list it there, there's a spot for weight. So I put it over there too.
In the gear and tools?
Correct. Because there's a weight.
Armory.
I gotta say, there's a lot of stuff on this character sheet.
Yeah. We're gonna have a pre-session session before every session to go over.
This is the thing. The actual play of the mission is likely going to take us a few sessions.
Oh, holy shit! Okay, I found my carry max. It's on the sheet.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
It's above gear tools.
Any guesses? 2,250 pounds.
Oh, that's impressive.
65-pound heavy flamer. I got that thing. on my pinky finger.
That's actually listed in kilograms, by the by, too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Holy shoot.
Yeah.
Mine's only 1350.
Yeah, so
Get strong, little man.
and Sean, you're right. It's the gear and tools list that triggers the weight because there's an arrow right next to gear and tools that points up to your available weight.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
It's bonkers.
That's
That
hilarious.
is funny.
Okay, how do I add weight to what I'm carrying?
Add weight to what you're carrying. Well, you could list an item in the gear and tools list. You create items, and there's a weight field for each item.
Oh, because I mean the thing I got, the sigil doesn't have a weight. It's just a thing, right? I didn't even see it on the listing.
The sigil doesn't sound very weighty. I don't know though.
Yeah,
You're asking, don't ask. I don't want to be responsible for any actual answers. I don't know.
Because I thought sounded more like a decorative thing.
Yeah.
But
I have something like that too. I don't think there's not a weight to mine. I don't believe.
Some of the stuff is listed as in like a negligible weight.
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay.
So
when you can
So how do I buy ammo for my heavy flamer?
yeah, I'm just double checking to see where I read, because I was reading this earlier this week in preparation for this to get everything down, and I know I wrote down that you get free ammo for your stuff, but you have to pay for the others, but I don't know where the fuck I read that. No, so I'm just looking for that. Oh, don't worry, guys, I found the corruption and insanity section. So
Whew.
I know you guys were worried.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Hey, the Grey Knights are listed in here too.
I mean, I'm kind of the assault guy. I guess maybe I'm more of an upfront guy anyway.
100%.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
Yeah.
I'm just determining what to buy. I don't know. I'm not sure how to. I'm thinking
Grenades are pretty helpful.
Okay.
Is there any kind of like gear, specialty gear that would be of value to you as well?
Probably. Let's see. Just a matter of. Let's see.
I had not looked beforehand. This is partly why I wanted to stick with the core book before we start looking elsewhere. Because like that's, if we're flipping through 3 different books trying to find shit, then
Right.
I may do nothing else, but I am going to burn every Xenos I see. I'll tell you that.
the
It's simple.
flamer is particularly effective against swarms.
It's amazing.
Good choice. I think I'm getting a whole bunch of Hellfire rounds, so I'm going to get 2 clips
Nice.
for my pistol and 1 clip for my bolter.
You may want to look into a fire selector as well, so you don't have to spend action switching between the different types of ammo.
No, yeah, I can't afford that.
Oh, can you borrow though? Do any of your battle brothers have leftovers?
Oh, you need to be respected. Do I know if I select it? Oh, it's only 2. I'm too short.
Oh, you can have 2 of mine. I don't. Other than ammo for my heavy flamer, I don't know how much other things I need.
How
Well,
much
you
was
might
the
want some
Hellfire rounds? Dave?
Yeah, so it's on page 159. So it's 25 for a clip for your bolter and half that for
God.
your for a pistol.
Oh, 25. Pricey. Gotcha.
Yeah. So we've got 50, so that would use all 50 up.
Right on.
Yeah, it's nice, but the fast selector's cool, but it's 2 requisition.
Right.
I think Hestan said he would give you 2.
That would be great, though. Thank you, Hestan.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I always like the
Salamanders. All right, I'm gonna find that. I think it's in the GM section here.
When used in a heavy bolter, it changes the weapon's rate of fire to S blank blank and adds the blast 3 quality.
Oh, that's the Hellfire.
I could load the heavy bolter up with Hellfire rounds. I mean, they're particularly effective in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, wait, how does the rate of fire work? Like, How does --6 compare to S-dash?
So there are 3 different modes of fire that you can use your weapons in: single shot, burst fire, and full auto. The modifiers are in it's actually the same as what it was in here we go, auto fire rules. Same as what it was in Rogue Trader. There's the rules for you. Semi-auto, full auto. Suppressive fire.
And one clip is 25?
Well, yeah, but for the heavy bolter, it's 30.
Right. But that also
But
costs
yeah,
extra.
25 just for a clip.
But that actually adds +5 to requisition costs for heavy bolters.
Yeah, so it's 25 plus 5. But yeah, the Hellfire rounds are pretty cool with heavy bolters. You get blast 3 with it.
Nice. Okay, where the heck?
Wait, and where do you see how many you get? Because my clip on my heavy bolter says it has 60 in it.
Remember, you got the backpack. That might be why you got 60.
Well, that has 250 rounds in it.
Okay, so
according to the...
Yeah, so that's what you would have then.
I think a heavy bolter is 30 per clip.
No, but he's got a backpack clip or ammo backpack.
So then he'd have 250 rounds of ammunition for bolt weapons.
I'm not sure you add them together. It might replace. Like, take a look at the description for that. I think it might replace rather than add on.
Supply holds 100 rounds of ammunition for plasma, 250 for bolt weapons.
Wait, where are you guys reading?
Page 159 in the special issue ammunition. Second paragraph. Start his backpack.
Oh, the extra
ammo.
cost for the ammo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so if you've got that, then it replaces the 60 of the heavy bolter with the 250
Okay.
of the backpack.
And then you just get a continuous stream of bolts coming out of your backpack into your gun.
Yep.
Right, so my clip size should be 250 instead of 60.
Correct.
Right.
And then once you run out of the 250, you just need to take a reload action, and then you got 250 again because you've got to reload.
Okay, I got it.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only reloads. So
There's bullets, yeah. Just keep the bullets coming.
And if you take the Hellfire rounds, that's maybe instead of the Flamer, you've got, because that would, for 30, you would then get 250 rounds of Hellfire.
If I spend 30, then I would have 250. Yeah, but I can spend 30 on that and 15 on the Flamer, which is 45, and I still have 2 to give you.
Oh yeah, it's just a.
So the cost of the Hellfire.
No,
I can have both, really.
buying special issue ammunition for heavy bolters adds +5 to the requisition for a regular clip.
Plus 15.
Plus 15 for a backpack.
So Hellfire rounds.
Oh, I see. It would cost me 40 total to put Hellfire rounds in my backpack.
Correct.
Got it.
You're right. Yeah. But that's pretty cool.
That's still pretty cheap too for 250 rounds.
And that blast, when used in the heavy blast, it changes the rate of fire to single shot and adds a blast 3. So you get 250
shots.
250 shots with blast 3 with your of Hellfire rounds.
So to answer my question, if you get when you get another weapon, you are assumed to have as much standard ammo as you need for that weapon for the mission. You need to spend a reload, but you don't track how many. It's only the special ammo that you track your actual. Once those are all used up, they're gone.
Right.
Any other weapon, like if you get that Flamer, for instance, Jeff, it's got a 15, I think you said 15 round clip. Once you use up that 15, you need to spend a reload action, and you can reload it again. You don't need to track how many clips you've got for it.
Okay.
Standard ammo, you've always got enough to reload. It's just you need to reload.
Okay, what do you guys think? Flamer, like a salamander, traditional, or Hellfire rounds in my heavy bolter?
It's worth thinking of who do you think you're going to be facing, and how do you think you guys will be working together?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we're facing a swarm, the Hellfire rounds are good because they do blast 3. What does the Flamer do?
A huge amount of damage to swarm.
Let me go back to it. Where's the swarm information?
So it's actually called a horde in the game, but the
horde, yeah.
Yeah, horde rules are right here, guys. So weapons that inflict explosive damage gain a bonus against having hit one additional person. Flamers, where is it here? Are they blast weapons?
The type was. Let me see here.
Oh, I've got
It do flame damage.
The type is E. So does that mean it's explosive?
Energy. And that's for
energy.
For the purpose of
okay.
criticals more than anything. What is its special? I'm taking a look here.
Due to exceptional grade of fuel, victim takes an additional 4 points of damage per round from being on fire.
But that's like a single target thing, right? Anybody I light on fire takes 4 damage.
The deliberate consequences of this is that fire and blast weapons are much more effective.
Oh wait, the full effects of fire are on page 260.
Yeah, fire doesn't seem to do anything.
Well, for some reason I thought that it did.
Yeah, I did too, but I'm not seeing it here.
Well, if it's in the errata, hold up.
Because you'd think a flamethrower would kind of.
Yeah. What does the flame here? Oh, for those. There we go.
Yeah, that doesn't tell me. That didn't tell me anything about.
So now, for those who are familiar with the Tyranids, is it only swarms you deal with them?
Should we make a roll?
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
There's
Well,
not there are some very cool individual things that are about twice the size of an Astarte that love trying to kill Astarte. So there are also some very potent individual things that are more than an individual Astarte may be able to take on. So if you wish, I mention that because these blast weapons and whatnot, they're not great for single target stuff. So one of the things to consider is who among you is going to be great at melee, who's going to deal with things at range, who's going to deal with single targets, who's going to deal with grouped targets.
I picked up some Kraken rounds that are good for ranged.
Remember, Kraken rounds are 15 requisition. That's the one errata that we had. There was 15 requisition for Kraken, not 5.
Right. And we got 50, right, to start?
Yeah.
So 25 for Hellfire, 15 for Kraken, that puts me at 40, and 5 for a chainsword. Still have 5 left.
Wow. So, yeah, the flame things just... You put it on an area. Wow. Okay. A horde
cannot be set on
fire. Yeah, I think I just found it at the same time. Horde cannot be set on fire and does not suffer the lingering fires. Instead, any damage and effects of fire are assumed to be included in the magnitude damage.
Oh. So it actually sounds like if I think we're going to be fighting hordes of enemies, I would be upgrading my heavy bolter to have hellfire rounds, because that is a very effective way of dealing with hordes.
It is. I feel like we're missing something here about the... All right, so you can attack it with ranged weapons or in melee. Must roll to hit, but okay. Each hit that causes any amount of damage reduces it by 1. After accounting for armor and toughness. Those that do explosive damage gain an additional hit. And then a blast hits a number of times equal to its blast value. Okay.
So I roll to hit with it. I get a hit. It goes to 3 hits because of the blast quality.
And then +1 because of
the fact that they're hellfire rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so before blast, so you would hit 4 times, you'd roll damage 4 times, and it would do 1 magnitude for every 15 damage you rolled. You would have to roll a hit, I guess, still. But you get a bonus based on the size of the horde.
Oh, wait. Sorry, it says, when used against a horde, hellfire rounds add 1 additional point of damage to the magnitude per hit.
All right.
Wow, that's huge.
So it's how many hits I do. So if I do 3 hits, that's +3 damage.
6
to the...
Oh, so 3,
right?
yeah. 3 damage to the magnitude, and then you also would roll
per
your...
hit. Yeah, so every hit gets +3 damage when I roll the damage.
Say again?
Well, it sounds like it says hellfire rounds add 1 additional point of damage to the horde's magnitude per hit.
So your blast 3 will do 3 hits. So each hit will do 2 damage. So you could do 6 damage, right?
Right.
You do 3 hits, and if you do get through the armor, that'll count as 2 damage to the horde.
And hellfire rounds ignore natural armor.
Yep.
Is helpful against Tyranids.
Right.
So the decision made of where you're putting your...
This looks pretty easy. These hellfire rounds are a menace to the Xenos horde.
Do you have a fire selector on it?
You've got points left, so...
Yeah, if you got 2, you could... The same thing that... What that allows you to do is switch, I think it's either as a free or a half action, between the different types of ammo.
How much does that cost?
2 requisition.
2 points.
Oh,
so I've already stolen 4 of yours for my 2 guns. So.
Yeah, that's okay, because this would cost me 42 to have hellfire rounds and switch back and forth. Right? I mean, I don't see with 250 hellfire rounds, one at a time, I don't foresee them being used up.
You have 5 hours to make use of them, so...
Yeah, that's a lot of shots. 50 shots an hour.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
How is everyone on their requisition? Has everyone spent... Remember, the gear you get as your requisition, make sure you keep track of what that is, because it goes back at the end of the mission. You don't get to keep it.
Man, they're tight. They're tight at these Astartes groups, man.
Yeah. This is the cool thing. The what gates the more powerful gear is, like, you want to get higher renown, because that's when you start getting access to cooler shit. Which is why that 1 oath is kind of helpful, because you get the +1 renown per objective. Then, has everyone spent all their requisition?
Pretty much.
Okay. What did everyone take? I didn't hear a lot of, apart from the discussion of the Hellfire rounds, who's going to be the one primarily targeting the big bad uns?
I mean, I think I'm primarily up close, so I would probably be going after them. Maybe there's a possibility that I would charge one, or come in with my power pack on one from above.
Okay.
I'm kind of guessing here since I haven't played yet. But that's
I think that one way to compare it is how much damage do you do to a single target with your ability, and how much does any of your other adversaries. The Devastator is usually the one you want if it is the single target weapon, although a heavy bolter, it's not like a single punch the way that like a plasma cannon is, or a melta gun. So who knows? I mean, your psychic is also going to be...
How exciting.
Yeah.
There, I added the Hellfire rounds to my equipment in case we need to reference it.
Fantastic. When using a heavy bolter, it changes it to... Oh, that's interesting. So it's a single shot now.
Yeah. Freaking grenade launcher.
Yeah, with a blast 3 quality.
That's
That's
pretty cool.
Huge, yeah, they're like huge rounds of acid bullets.
And
That's where the Metal Storm is different, though, because Metal Storm doesn't change your gun to single shot. It does reduces the damage and the penetration. It gives it blast 2, but you can still fire auto.
Yeah.
So it's just slightly different and better for fighting against people in armor or low armor, but not.
Right, and I can use my round switcher thing to go back to my regular rounds.
Regular
So the
bolter,
way the fire selector works, you can have up to 3 different rounds attached at the start of your turn. You determine which is in
one.
place.
Oh yeah, nice.
So it's not an action
Cool.
to switch. It automatically, spools over.
Yeah, you choose which one is spooled up.
Exactly.
So really, I have a huge ammo backpack on with 250 Hellfire rounds and 250 regular rounds. It's an insane gun monster.
Yeah. I put REQ next to all the items that I got from requisition.
Awesome. Good guess. That'll be very helpful. Yeah. And Velitis, what did you take as your requisition?
I took a magazine of Hellfire from my bolter pistol.
Nice.
I took a fire selector,
Nice.
and I have taken a stalker rounds magazine. I don't know how much sneaking this mission will require. I mean, Tyranids, it seems a little shaky there, but my character is a sneaky one, so stalker seems a natural.
Absolutely. Yeah, that tracks.
And I have leftover requisition, and I'm still thinking about whether I can bleed that off somewhere or just hold on to it in the pool. Or...
Well, it's also, so one thing, if you don't use it at the start of the mission, it's gone. Requisition does not carry over between missions. It is always mission specific, but you are part of a team. If you have leftover requisition, you can pool that so that your allies can get what's left over. So does anyone else have leftover requisition at this point?
I have 5.
Wait, I have 4 left.
So there's 9 left over right now. Velitis, what's your current bit that you're trying to spend?
I have 18 left at the moment.
Holy smokes.
I know. The Stalker isn't too isn't overly expensive. The Hellfire is expensive. The Fire Selector is cheap, and the Stalker magazine is inexpensive too.
So may I make a suggestion then?
Please.
One of the tools you can get for 5 requisition are Astartes cluster mines. Remember, one of the tertiary objectives is to blow the refinery. If you wish to bring shit with you to get that job done, that would be one way to go about doing that. I would ask, is anyone trained in demolitions?
I think that'll be a no.
If not, you cannot get servitors for this mission. Shit. You need to be distinguished.
Negative.
Where's demolitions? I don't see demolitions.
I've got crack grenades already for that.
Okay. I don't know if crack grenades are going to take an entire refinery down.
Demolitions, is that? Oh, that's advanced skill.
I like this one item. If I was going to buy it, I have to make sure Kevin knows about it. It's a charm. You can purchase a charm. It's particular to your chapter usually. They have no tangible benefits. However, when the unfolding plot calls for something bad to happen to a random squad member, the GM may choose the character with a charm may be exempt. That's pretty funny.
A little charm of an emperor.
That's hilarious.
Right. You know about my charm, right?
Oh, here we
GM?
go. Demo charges.
Yeah.
Demo charges cost you 10, but again, demolition skill is something you would probably want.
Yeah.
Restraints. Do you have any concerns about what state you're gonna find what's his name in? Multi-key for unlocking doors.
Got a heavy bolter for that.
But what if something's on the other side that you need?
Yeah.
It's dead then. we put it in a bag.
That's why Nazaratus is not our leader. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, there's an Astartes targeter. Oh, you need to be distinguished for that. Never mind. Keep taunting you with stuff. An Auspex scanner allows you to scan things that would be not detectable to human senses. And
what's that cost?
Auspex is 12 requisition. 1-2.
That's probably tempting. Let's see. What page is that on?
Page 174. I'm just looking at the tools. So again, the demo stuff, even if you do you have a plan? The crack grenades, I will tell you, are not sufficient to take down a refinery.
Yeah.
So if you have another plan for that you may want to pick stuff up for that, whether it's the cluster mines or the demo charges.
Does anybody have demolition?
How about magnoculars? Magnoculars cost 3 requisitions.
Oh.
Kev, are you just saying magnoculars over and over again because you like saying it? I would say you have ears that are almost as accurate as magnoculars.
Teleport Homer?
Teleport Homer. Ah, you qualify for it.
15.
Yeah, so. And then, so you've already got your jump pack as a assault marine.
I do. I hadn't been looking at that tools. That's some good stuff there.
Yeah, I think, like, especially if you're thinking of some of the other thing is those tertiary objectives, you're not going to know what they are until you're on the ground, and then I'll inform you when there are tertiary objectives you can pursue.
Okay.
You can also look for them if you see there is a giant exclamation mark hovering over the heads of any of the NPCs there. You will know they are a tertiary objective as well. That is a WoW joke for Dave. Then,
interesting.
so Velitis, you have minimum 18, potentially if your battle brothers share 27 that you can spend on tools.
Grab a multi-key. We don't have any. Are you good with breaking us in places?
And doing a security test, that does strike me as a assault marine kind of thing, or a whatchamacallit. It does give plus 30. So even if you've got dog shit in security, you would at least get the bonus, or is security one of those trained only skills, an advanced skill?
I think I'm going to buy the Auspex. How much do you guys have collectively left over so far?
I had 4 that I had left to share.
And 5 from Gerhardt.
So 9. So there's 9 still.
Plus your 18 is 27.
So I'm spending on an Auspex.
Okay.
Okay, good.
That's 12. You have 15 left to spend for the squad.
Tempted by that charm.
So are we saying that no one has any kind of specific tech skill? Are we saying now that you're going to abandon the chance of that tertiary objective?
Yeah, we've got no skills.
Meaning the destruction of the refinery. Which one?
Destruction of the refinery.
Do we have a way to do it? Like, what would be our options there?
You would, well, it's really this, if you can come up with a plausible plan, but remember, there are likely other Imperials on the base. If you guys do not have those skills, you may run into someone. There are a bunch of miners on this planet, and miners are most often conversant with that. You may also find similar things on the planet that you can scavenge, but that's a risk.
Yeah.
And how many clusters of mines do we think would be necessary to take out the refinery? Would you say? Do we know? Would we have a guess?
I'd say, I don't know. I think that the difficulty of setting it is going to relate to how many you got. So if you've got one demo charge, it's going to be a more challenging task than if you have access to, say, 3. So what you could do is when you're on the planet, as you're planning what to do with your time, you can target places like, there's a tool shed over here. Maybe we should go over there, secure what supplies we can, and then go. One of the things that's going to happen on your mission is you're going to be moving the kill team around across the map, trying to find this fella, and also trying to achieve your tertiary objectives as they develop and gather stuff and kill Tyranids.
Yeah. Do it.
So we're thinking one cluster of mines. What are we thinking, gentlemen?
The demo charge is what you'd want.
Demo charge.
Oh, demo charge.
Yeah.
Well, I have many you can afford. Then
I mean, kind of one. Pretty much one.
well, there's there's the choice made.
Okay, and then you have 5
because I was looking
more
at-
requisition. Guys, magnoculars. They only cost 3. Look at that.
A stummer.
All right, let's see here. We got 15 right now. I have 6. You have 9.
Right, but if you spent if you've got the Auspex scanner and now you just got
Right.
a demo charge, you have 5 left.
Right. I wasn't counting the demo yet. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the options here are demo or the. Oh, that's true. We could get 1 demo and 1 magnoculars. We'd have 2 left at that point.
Music to my ears.
Magnocular. I think
Does that give you a recorder from the Pictish lands and Hybrid?
Pick recorder would give you live recording of events if you want to do that. You could also get, with the 2 left over, you could grab 2 lamps or glow globes. While you don't necessarily need that while you're wearing your power armor, that might also provide a good way of signaling.
Or dude who is running with us can carry a light.
Yeah, because again, like you may find there are expected to be Imperial forces on the ground, but they are dispensable. Dispensable. They knew they were giving their lives for the Emperor.
Yeah, why not? Because 2 left, you can't buy too much. So maybe a glow globe. It's not a bad call. 2 glow globes,
Okay.
Okay.
and we're bingo. We are bingo on requisition.
There you go. So you guys have spent all of your requisition points. You are fully equipped. Everyone is feeling capable and ready to face the death of Tantalus. 5 hours and counting.
Who else wants a glow globe? Who else?
Guys, I'm sorry, we used up all 5 hours with our requisitions. So.
You're
Wait!
Landing on the 20 minutes left.
We're ready to go now. Wait.
Magos, we got 20 minutes left to get the Magos. Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, we don't got time for the Magos. We just got to get the data core and get out.
so then.
Sorry, we're too busy getting kitted up,
Yeah.
All right.
leaving you behind.
Right.
So, and we have all of our requisition. Let me grab your tokens, guys. I'm going to get you set up on the other page. We'll take our mid-session break in a second here. And then we'll bring you down to the surface of Tantalus. And we'll show you where the, what do you call it? The kill team is located.
Let's go.
Very cool. Okay. Actually, let's do this here.
And there's one nice thing about being against with the Hellfire rounds as well. So it's Righteous Fury in the 9 or 10, and against Xenos, Deathwatch always confirm.
Beautiful. So always extra damage. Yeah, it's a good opening. A good opening mission. All right, so everyone's got their stuff, and again, like you can imagine how when we go through this process again, you guys are gonna have a much better idea of what shit's gonna be useful for your characters. It'll be easier to figure out what you're gonna kit yourself with, and making a selection of the leader and the oath will be different as well. So, cool. Let's take our mid-session break now, and then we'll set foot down on Tantalus. So, for those listening at home, we'll be back in 5 minutes. All right. Then we are almost ready to deploy, guys. Let me get my points here. Or my points, my adventure here. All right, so go. We are going to be picking up from where we left that. What do you call it? The block text off with you guys smashing down your drop pods and the covers blowing off, and you guys stepping out onto the surface of Tantalus. So, guys, this not quite. This is an idea of... Oh, you guys have already lost all your wounds. I'm so sorry. It's funny because it doesn't quite track the max wounds. And once you actually fill out the wounds thing on your character sheet, it changes what's accessible on the token. So this is just something we're going to have to repeat each time. But you land on the surface of Tantalus. There's that stink of... This isn't an ideal reference of it because there's much fewer Tyranids than there probably should be. But let me bring you to our map. Guys, this is your operating theater. If you scan out to about 60 or 50%, depending on the size of the screen, you should have almost everything available. Where you have touchdown, it turns out this is Pyroclast Gamma 9. Your kill team token is right there. You all have control over the kill team, but I'm going to ask that only the leader move it. Now, what you guys know from your readings thus far, and from the intel that you received beforehand, here's what you got. Actually, I'm going to scroll out just a scooch more here. North of you, this is a mag rail. Oh, Dave, can you hear us?
Yep.
Okay, so you're the team leader. You got control over the kill team. It is going to be 3.5 style, where diagonals are going to be 1.5. So every second one will be 3. If you're moving sideways, it'll be 1. That'll become important in a moment. So, up here, this is the mag train sliding. And what runs along here is the mag rail line. Up here is the primary refinery unit. If you wish to blow this thing up, that would be the place you want to do that. This is the Magos's fallen shuttle. There may be some indication of where he's gone by inspecting that. Over here, gatehouse and transport station, as well as central control. To the north of that, these are the main compression tanks, also an ideal candidate for blowing the hell out of the refinery. And way down over here, the comlink unit. And over here is the... Wait, I think the map is screwed up in here. Hold up. That's right, that's right. Oh, this is... This is the security bunker, sorry. And then over here, there's upturned a vehicle, construction vehicle. So, those are some of the areas where you're aware of now. As you get closer, if you have that Auspex scanner, you may be able to get further information, but this is where you land down. The drop pods have blown you a little off course. What you're going to have to determine for each kind of time unit, you can choose to, if you cover ground, it will be 5 squares that you'll be able to move. And depending on how fast you move will dictate how long that takes. If you move cautiously, it is 1d5 plus 2 time units. Moving cautiously will reduce the chance of an encounter. If you move at your good speed, normal speed, 1d5 units. If you are moving flat out, 1d5 minus 2, minimum 1 time unit, but there is a much greater chance of an encounter.
So it was flat out 1d5 plus.
Flat out 1d5 minus 2, minimum of 1.
So it's plus 2 for cautious, minus 2 for flat out.
Yeah, so if you're moving cautious and trying not to be detected, it takes you longer. If you move at a regular speed, it's 1d5. And if you move at accelerated speed, 1d5 minus 2. Searching a building takes you a single unit of time for a cursory search. For a detailed search, 1d5 units. And getting in a fight will typically take 1 unit unless it is a protracted encounter. You have 50 before you must extract.
Okay, good. I was confused. For a second, I thought we had 10 units. I'm like, oh my god.
10 units per hour.
Got it.
Yeah. It is on the billable hour metric, so make sure you're billing in the increments of 6 and round up on them. So
yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions about your ways of moving around here? You are mindful of your primary, secondary, and current tertiary objectives. Let me give you one more tertiary objective now that you're down here. If you engage in a hand-to-hand combat with a tyrannid creature, you'll get Pride of Arms. And if you recover a significant and glorious trophy from a personal kill, this must be something more than just a simple Tormagant or Termagant. That is also a tertiary objective.
So a significant kill.
A trophy from a significant kill, and slay something in close combat. Hand to hand.
Those are additional tertiary objectives. Okay.
Yeah. You can only achieve these once each. So you can spread the glory around. Those tertiary objectives, as you achieve them, those are individual XP bonuses as well, and individual renown bonuses. So If you wish to point out opportunities for your allies to grab the glory here, please feel free to do so. The primary and secondary objectives are team rewards. So, guys, then the leader, I suppose, will be making the tie-breaking call. Where would you like to go first? And what speed do you want to travel at?
We should check the crash site first.
Good call.
So it's 20 feet to move there. So does Pythagorean theorem work with the 1.5 penalty, or do
it
we
does
wanna...
not. No, you have to move yourself individual. And remember, it's 1.5. So if, for instance, you went to there and then to there, oops, to there, it would be 3.
So I'm just wondering if it's measuring. No.
Oh, it probably, hold on, I can actually get that to measure. It probably defaults to 3rd edition or 5th edition. Yeah, hold up.
Yeah, it's defaulting to 5 meters in every direction.
There you go. Try it again. So get rid of your, you have to recreate the thing. There you go. Try again.
There we go. So 20 meters, yeah, 5 and 15. Right?
Yep. So you could get to the base of the shuttle in 5.
So if we move normal, I don't think we have time for caution for it.
No, I think we go.
Okay, so D5 for a normal move, and that takes us up to 5 units of time to do a normal move.
It'll be 1d5 units of time to reach the shuttle. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Give us a d5 roll, please.
Ah, shit.
Okay.
Took us 40 minutes to go those few meters.
24.
We're a slow.
24. Remember, each is 6 minutes.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. Then would... I was double checking the modifiers. I think, Velitis, would you give us a D100 roll, please? Okay. So, you guys are making your way towards the shuttle. Tell us what each member of the kill team is doing, and what mode are you in right now?
I think we're in solo mode. Solo for now.
Okay. So you're dispersed out. What's everyone doing? What is your approach as you're making your way across here?
Do you want me to call out what people should be doing, or do you want me to individually offer?
I'm curious what the players are. If you each want to tell us what your character is doing, what is your approach here?
Right. I mean, I'm scanning for Tyranid scum. I'm locked and loaded. I'm here to kill.
Yeah, that's good, because I'm here to look. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Yep. Same here. Pistol and sword out.
Okay.
And
And Velitis?
scanning as we run, or as we trot.
I got my eyes on the downed craft, looking for.
I think
like-
technically the only one who
Not tech-
has an Auspex scanner is Velitis.
He's
Unless
the
you
only
just
one.
meant euphemistically Nazaratus.
Let's see here.
So Velitis can actually scan.
I just got that into the sheet, so I thought might as well share it.
Heck yeah. Standard scan is 50 meters, so with all the particles and chemicals that are blowing across this surface right now, this frozen world. Frozen moon, forgive me. The world is dying. So, you are making your way along then. Velitis, why don't you give us an awareness test at challenging at plus 20, please.
First roll. This is exciting.
Dun, dun,
Let's
dun,
see.
dun.
So it's plus 20?
Yeah,
So you said?
2-0. Remember, don't put a plus sign in, or otherwise the world is consumed.
Right. Yeah, the game's over. The world blows up.
Yep. Exciting. That's exactly, so guys, that's exactly what happens in every one of these games. You spend 2 hours getting yourself outfitted, and then you immediately die because we ran out of time.
Yeah, but kitting out is fun, you know? Requisitioning.
Agreed. Shopping, the RPG.
Shopping!
All right. Okay. Then it is... Oh, great roll. So, you're making your way along.
And you know, I'm not. Oh, you know what? I should have put. I should put plus 20. I mean, not that this matters, but I'm just reminding myself. I should have put plus 23 because I cannot recall what it's called. But the thing, one of the last things we. What's that?
You're trapping?
Yeah, the trapping gave me plus 3 to perception.
Awesome.
I got to remember to do that because it doesn't go into the stat. So I've got to it's one of those things. I'm not even sure where to put it right now.
What do you say? Modifier.
Right. I just got to remember to do that every time. Yes,
Okay.
yes. I've got to. Yeah.
So let me bring our heroes over to a thing. Or did I have you over here already? I did, but you're very tiny. Hold up. We may need to zoom back in again. There we go. And once again, So can I ask you guys, if you wouldn't mind, if you can go into each of your tokens, there'll be a starting point where your wounds are displayed, whatever number is listed in the wound. So open up the token as if you're going to edit the number and just put the second number in again. Yeah, Gerhard, exactly what you did there.
Can you shift ping us there, Kev?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Or whatever? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No worries.
So go to edit and put.
Yeah. Whatever the other number is listed there for your full wounds, put that in the other box that is empty. That'll set up the slider properly. We're gonna have to do that every time we switch over, just because of the
Why do
way.
you want to do that?
Wait,
We're not going
where?
combat.
Under the red wounds?
So if you open
Like
up
under the red one? Like, and put
Yeah.
the 20 here, like that?
there you go.
Okay, yep.
Yep.
the denominator in.
Oh, I can only see Gerhardt's.
Because Velitis and Nazaratus haven't done it yet.
No, but I can't see my own.
I can't
Thought I-
see my own.
Did I?
Can't?
No.
Oh, I see. Maybe I do. Maybe I.
Sorry, I'm missing something here. What?
There you go.
Go in.
Yeah.
Character
You did it.
token. Yeah.
Okay, so let me do this then, guys. I'll just do over here and then back over here. Can you see him now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So you can picture you're moving your way through. If there's some, it's probably not as ochre colored as this because this is in a subarctic zone, so it's much more whited out. Velitis, you are up ahead on this thing, and you pick up. I need from Nazaratus. Would you give us a 2d5 roll, please?
2d5.
The white is good. It's our Canadian content for the night.
Oh, let's go.
Velitis, you have picked up 7 biosigns hidden in the area you're moving through to get towards where the crash shuttle is. You are...
Blightus gives the 7, hand
Yeah.
signal 7. No, not that one. Not that one, Dave. Not that one.
So,
Not that one.
I'm not sure if it's Yori or Jory, but Yori, we've got we're playing the module out of the core rulebook, the extraction, I think it's called. All right, so you guys can pick up. There are 7 ahead of you. You all can recognize where he's pointing. There is an ambush that has been set up with biosigns ahead of you. With that many degrees of success, it is not a human biosign.
Prepare for battle. Let's bring it to them, brothers.
Agreed.
Switch to squad mode? Or does anybody want to do solo mode before we go in?
Stay in solo mode.
Yeah.
So
You're staying in solo mode,
just-
Nazaritis?
guys, so hold on. Just a point of rules clarity. You do not stay in solo mode. If you're within 30 feet or 30 meters of Gerhardt and he goes into squad mode, you go into squad mode. As a free action, you can go back to solo mode, but that means you're not going to be able to be back in squad mode until Gerhardt does that again.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So the benefit of being in solo mode, just so I understand, like from a gaming rules kind of perspective, are there just the other things that you can do, like your chapter ability and
Your chapter build is the only real benefit.
Of solo mode.
Yeah, and there's the two
just strength
things,
and
the
burst?
burst of speed and strength, but again, one of those is only once per day, so once per mission for this one, and the other one is once per session. So if you wish to make use of those, these things are about these things are about 60 meters ahead of you.
All right.
I will offer, if you want me to go up and reconnoiter, that would be better for me in solo mode. That would be better for my, but I'll just throw that out there. That may not be what we want to do, but I'm putting it out there.
Well, if you want to go and spring the trap and we'll all be locked and loaded and ready to fire on them, jump pack back to the group, maybe.
How far can you jump in a jump pack?
It's a great question. Let me see here. Let me check on that.
and which squad mode are we? Ability are we going to?
Remember, the squad modes are things you have to access separately once you're in squad mode. The other thing in squad mode is that Gerhardt gets to make that fellowship test to prevent cohesion damage. You don't need to be in squad mode in order to take cohesion damage. You can take cohesion damage outside of it. Oh, speaking of which, you got 7 cohesion, Gerhardt. I didn't copy over your dot, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's right.
Let's see here.
Dot returned.
Outstanding. So then, what are you thinking, guys? Gerhardt is talking about moving around. Hestan, I'm assuming you moved within 30 meters of it.
I said we go into squad mode and use tactical spacing.
Isn't tactical spacing the one that you have to be... Remember your oath, right? Only gives you a 3. I think tactical spacing is that one that you can't use. You've got 3 that you're access to. Bolter... I might be wrong about that, Dave. Sorry, I thought that tactical...
No, that's okay. Oh, where was the oaths?
Oath of Astartes.
Yeah, we've got tactical spacing. One is one of the 3.
Oh, forgive me. Okay,
That'll
yeah.
use one of our cohesion, right?
Yeah, if you're going to use that, it would be 1 cohesion you're using up in order to get that.
Okay, so we don't need to use it right now.
What does it do here?
Gives a squad member gives his reaction.
Which is helpful for like dodges and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay.
I was actually just trying to read it and I accidentally clicked it, but
All right.
I'm just trying to find the oath page so I can remember which 3 skills we have.
Yeah, sure. I think it's on 220 something.
20 something? Sounds good. I'll look there on there. Cohesion. So
Here we go. Preparation. Oath is Oath of the Astartes. Squad advance, bolter assault, tactical spacing. So forgive me. For some reason, I thought that was in. Oh, you know why? It's because fucking tactical spacing is also in Oath of Loyalty. That's what out of my head. It's just the first one listed there.
Yeah.
Okay. Jump pack. What does it say? Safe fall from any height. Double your base move. Base. So the move that's listed there, guys. Half full charge run. I remembered from Rogue Trader, I kept having to look it up every damn time we needed to interpret what that was, so I've written it down in my cheat sheet. Half full charge run.
Okay.
And that is the number of meters as well. So, Velitis, does that tell us how long, if you're running, you can double that with your jump pack? How far is that?
My run is 30, so double is 60.
Nice. Okay. So you can cover this entire distance in one jump then.
Yeah. So if you sneak ahead, spring a trap, and then jump pack back, then you can be back with the group.
So that'd be probably expose myself to one round of attack. Is that correct? If I did that, seems about. If I jump pack there and then probably jump pack next.
If you jump
round,
pack there, that is not a stealthy maneuver. That will definitely within 60. If these things are within 60 meters and you activate an Astartes jump pack, they're going to know. But you definitely can sneak up there. That is as is your custom among your kind.
Yeah, I was suggesting if I wanted to sneak and get more information, but what do you think? That's the main. That'd be the main reason I would want to stay in solo.
Let's do it. Stay in solo. Go get some intel. We'll lock and load.
I will head up there. I will attempt to sneak up for more information of what we're up against.
Okay. Why don't you give us another stealth check at challenging, please?
Stealth check at challenging. You got it.
Okay.
All right. Let's get the. So let's see if this helps. Let's see. So the Battle Brother is in solo mode. He may re-roll any failed concealment, shadowing, and silent move tests. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Give us I think silent move is what you're looking for here.
Okay. Silent move challenging.
That is a fail.
Definitely worth re-rolling.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm sure this one's going to work out.
Big money. Here we go.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Now, do you have a demeanor that would come into play here? Because you can remember once per session, you can re-roll something using either your individual or your chapter demeanor. And then you also have access to fate points.
I believe these are demeanors. I'm kind of catching up on that here. But he wants to make a name for himself. Looks forward to hates anything traitorous. Are those?
I don't think that's stretching for either of those.
Yeah, I agree. I was just trying to make sure I had the right section. That's all I was going for right there. Yeah.
And then your fate point? Do you want to fate point that, or you want to stick with what you got?
Let's do it.
This is a contested roll, so it'll be whoever rolls best. I know for those listening at home, the rules as written are not contested things, but we've been playing too much Imperium Maledictum, and we like those rules for the measuring contested rolls of just degrees of failure or degrees of success.
I spent a fate, so here we go.
Here we go. Big money. Here it comes.
Just brutal.
Okay. So.
Not meant to be.
All right. So that is, fortunately, that last one was the least degree of failure that you sustained, and these things failed. So tell us how you sneak up here, Velitis, in spite of your, 1-ton armor. What's the sneaky way that you make your way over here?
It's basically shadows, going from shadow to shadow. So very good at it's a little darker here, it's a little darker there. So quick little move, dashing into that from shadow to dark area, and staying very disciplined about staying below sight lines.
Yep.
Objects, keeping my huge bulk below that, below objects, the top of objects or the side of objects.
Okay.
moving with just, you wouldn't think something like this could move like that.
Absolutely. So you managed to sneak your way to the side. Your black armor of the Deathwatch, almost, augmenting your ability to remain unseen and moving in utter silence. I share this because what you come across are two such creatures.
All right.
You know there were 7 on your Auspex scanner. You've seen 2 so far. You're about 10 meters away. And they seem to be chittering and twitching, and they're facing the direction of your fellows. They look what seem to be... They have the rough outline of a gun in their hands, but you know it's a biological thing. It's some kind of disgusting organism that spews forth other things created by the Tyranid swarm. What do you do, Velitis?
I look back and I kind of signal whatever's available here.
I don't think you don't have line of sight to them.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I am going to. Am I able to peek around and? Am I able to? Am I able to peek around with the mags and see if I see more? Would that help or no? Have I kind of exhausted my ability to see from this vantage point?
I don't know if the magnoculars are going to afford you a better chance here, but what you could do is, why don't you give us a another challenging awareness check? But remember, you've got that Auspex scanner granting you what, plus 30, I think. What was it here? Yeah, plus 20, plus 20.
And now with my extra plus 3, 23.
This is going to make the difference. Here it comes.
Right? Here we go.
There you go.
Woo-hoo. Yes.
You're able to pinpoint where there's like a cluster of 3. These 2 are sort of clustered together on one side. You can picture there may be up in part of the structure on the right there in the illustration. I'll move them up so you can see a little bit there. There are also 3 more in the foreground and 2 more concealed up top in that building right there. Why doesn't everyone click on their token and go ahead and roll initiative for us, please?
Is there an initiative button since we're just getting...
Absolutely no idea.
Right in the middle of the combat tab, right at the top.
Under journal.
Oh, nice.
Combat tab under journal.
Oh, under the word journal. Yeah. There's 2 initiatives.
There's FP initiative.
Oh, if you've used Fate Point to... Okay.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Right, because you could use it to augment your thing. Forgot. Okay. What a great sheet. Like, tons of little ways of reminding rules that...
They're so detailed and complex. It's just amazing. Just waiting till we critically hit something, we get to do some cool stuff.
All right. 1d10 plus the agility bonus. And that's where your burst of speed would come in handy. The burst of speed gives plus 2 to your agility bonus. So not only your speed, but also your initiative would be increased. So they...
One thing on the sheet, because I think Heston maybe didn't have it, is next to the initiative button, you've got to put your agility bonus in. There's a little box.
Oh,
okay.
Oh.
And that will add your agility bonus to your initiative roll.
I think I made the same mistake.
Put that 3 in there first. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, mine wasn't in there.
Go ahead and modify your results, guys.
Yep. Okay.
And then once everyone's done, I'll
Let's
put the Termagant ones in there. Nice, nice. Look at those initiative scores, guys. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we
Take
are.
that.
All right. Descending. Here we go. Velitis, perhaps appropriately, you're up first here. So you can take a full round action. You can take 2 half-round actions. What are you thinking? You're about 10 meters away from those 2 termagants on the right-hand side. Your fellows are currently unaware of the ambushers that await them. The Xenos scum waiting to strip your life from you and add you to the biological horde that is the Tyranid Swarm. What are you going to do?
How so my colleagues are 60 meters away, about something like that, right?
Correct. You can contact them through comlink, though. Or Vox unit, whatever it's called.
I whisper 7 insight.
In fairness, I think you said your voice is always a whisper.
Oh,
Isn't that a thing of the
sounds-
Raven Guard you said?
It sounds familiar. I'm hazy, but yes, I like it. Let's do it. I'll have to rehash. But yeah, they're and a little surly, But anyway, 7 insight.
As an aside, I rolled randomly personalities for the characters that are going to be played in the Dragonbane Marathon.
Yeah,
You're going to be very satisfied with what your Mallard mage has. It's
nice.
so great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. 7 scum confirmed. Termagants. What do we want to do?
So if you want to ready an action, I believe that is something you can do in this game. I just do not know how one goes about doing it. So, again, for those listening, this is our first time actually playing the game, so there's going to be a lot of trying to remember what's different about this from Rogue Trader. And ready is a half action to... Oh, no, that's actually to... That is to, like, get a weapon out. Let's see here. Is there a contingent... Oh, Overwatch! Guys, I found Overwatch. You guard a specific area or target, poised to shoot at a target at an opportune moment. When Overwatch is declared, you establish a kill zone. So you can't, like, ready a charge the way you can in some other RPGs, but you could do Overwatch, get your bolt pistol out. It is at the start of your turn when you choose what ammo is triggered. So if you do have a whatever it is, the weapon selector.
I do.
So pick what ammo is in your bolt gun. Other than that, you could take an actual action. You could jump in and start attacking these things. From mechanically, guys, you guys are way fucking tougher than these things. Okay. So just as a measure, these things are, for those who aren't familiar with it, these things are much smaller than what you are. These are the things you would encounter in a horde. These are things that would come in bunches of 30 or 40, and you still would have a very easy way of dealing with them. Individually, these are more of a nuisance that might get a lucky shot. So please feel free to just kick the living shit out of these things.
Gotcha. Okay. I was also gauging. I wasn't sure how much it would. What 60 meters represented to my colleagues is for closing. I wasn't quite sure.
Well, also, some of them may not want to, right? Like I think everybody else uses weapons. What are your range bands for your weapons, guys?
100 meters.
150.
30.
Yeah, I really don't need to get close.
I'm 30 and a chainsword.
And remember, there are point blank bonuses. I believe
Kite
within.
them back. Get them to expose themselves. Kite them back, and we'll clean them up.
All right, I'm going to.
Point blank is plus 30, but I don't remember what point blank range is. If it's because I think it's shorter than we thought before.
Good point.
It's not on the GM screen.
So just to be clear, Kevin, this is not a horde, right? A horde would be like if there was like a ton of little things
Exactly.
all around. Yeah,
What I'm going
okay,
to do is, if there is a horde, it'll have a blue bar on it, which will be its magnitude, and I'll describe it
Okay,
as
perfect.
that thing.
Yeah.
So you guys will know
Okay.
at a glance what a horde is and what an individual creature is.
Yeah. I kind of gathered. I just want to confirm.
No, that's
So-
good. There's also going to be circumstances where you will be facing both at the same time.
So like a big monster and a horde and
Yep,
a
with
blue
a
type.
bunch of hordes. And the hordes at times can just suck up hits for the big beastie while it keeps doing just terrible, awful, unholy, almost indescribable things to Space Marines.
You would never do that test though.
Point blank is 3 meters. Okay, so anyway, Velitis, what are you doing?
I am going to, I will, very well. I'll take a shot and stimulate their activity, and you can attack at will.
Okay.
And my actual be aim, since time is on our side. Not in the big picture, but in the tactical picture, time is on our side. My action will be an aim.
As a half or a
Attack
full?
on.
You can do aim as a half to get plus 10, and then shoot as a half action in semi-auto, or is
I
it
will-
single shot, I guess. Yeah, standard attack. Or you can aim, use your full round, give plus 20 to your range attack.
I think I'll go a full round.
Okay. Velitis is taking aim. Gerfart, these things still do have cover. And what cover does, it actually, you can shoot through cover for 1. And the stuff that's up here, you can assume it'll be like maybe 8 AP that they're hiding behind. So, and then the modifier, there's otherwise no penalty. It's just if the hit location is behind cover, I guess. Yeah. So Gerfart, what do you got?
I was just gonna move up and toss a frag grenade.
Sure. You basically be able to target one of the clusters, one on the right, one on the left, or the one straight ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up 30 and frag grenade the middle cluster.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack. Hold on. What's the range on frag grenade?
30.
Okay, so then it'll be... long range is minus 10.
If I move up 30 and throw it,
How do you move? What's your... I thought 30 is a run. Run is a full round action.
normal move. Oh,
Yeah.
because this is in meters, right?
Exactly. Half full charge run. That's the 4.
Half full is 10, charge is 15, run is 30. So run takes up the whole round then.
If you're throwing, it's just minus 10 then to your attack.
You got all your fate points too.
Oh, what the hell? I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
It's like get this contest started. Get the peek out. I know that test stand is behind me. He's gonna just unload on him. So
Okay. Go right ahead.
Yep. He's gonna try anyway.
That's incredible. Did you have the minus 10 in there too?
no, I didn't put the minus 10 in.
Okay, so it's 37, which is still, 3 degrees of success. All right, so then I'm just checking on grenades. If there's anything special we need to know about that. We only have to worry about scatter if you miss. So it lands among them. Go ahead and roll damage on it. It's everyone within the blast quality of your grenade. If you click on damage, it should do that for us.
Number of hits.
Sorry?
1 hit. It says number. It's asking for number of hits. I just put 1.
What's the blast quality of the grenade? Do you remember offhand?
Blast quality, frag grenade.
This is one
Last
of-
4.
Last 4. You're good. So you hit all. It's within 4 meters. You'll hit all of them. 3 hits. Boom. All right, and there's no pen on the frag grenade. Is that right?
No, 0 pen.
0 pen. Okay.
Damage X.
All right. You know, I brought my what do you call it? My special Deathwatch
Oh, nice.
in, and I should have
Yeah.
taken the damn book out because I would have had 2 things I could flip them through.
Yeah.
But
Next
unfortunately-
time.
Let's see here. Okay, so armor and all right. So then that is boom. Oh, one of them.
Those are 2 Righteous Furies, aren't they?
Oh, because they're rolled a 10?
You don't need to. That's enough damage to destroy them. So there's not a need to reroll. But you're absolutely right.
We can blow the bits to bits.
Can you can you? Is there a button to trigger so that it auto rolls Righteous Fury?
On a grenade, you get Righteous Fury?
Any damage, I believe you get Righteous Fury if you roll a 10.
Um,
Well, hold on, is that the way that works?
pen, 0, no spectral.
I know that you always confirm it, right? So does that mean that every
except
10
against
explodes?
Xenos. Yeah. Because at
against
the top
Xenos.
of the combat tab, you've got Righteous Fury button, and next to it, you've got a versus Xenos button.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
That's incredible on the sheet.
So you just click on the Righteous
really?
Yeah, everything
on
you
the versus Xenos one.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so then for the first 2, they are absolutely blown to bits. The final one does take damage, but it is not down. So that is... let's see here. There we go. All right. Nazaratus, what are you doing?
I will run towards them. So 24 meters forwards.
Okay. So you start stomping up. The Termagants can go. All right. So the 2, we see Gerhardt in the open and Nazaratus in the open. So let's do 2 shots against Nazaratus. So the first, and yeah, the sound is likely lost in the biochemical reaction that's going on in the weapon is just like and sending the stream out at you. There's no way that's a hit, so you don't need to dodge. We're going to do the same rules we used in Rogue Trader, where you don't have to declare a dodge until you know whether they hit you, and then you can use up your reaction to do so. And second shot against you is a miss as well. Gerhardt, I got 2 against you. That is a miss. That is a hit. Would you like to dodge?
Yes.
Go right ahead.
I'm looking for a button. I'm like, where's it
I think it's a
going?
skill.
Yeah,
okay.
on
So it's off the combat page then.
It might be on the combat page somewhere.
Definitely a basic skill, though. So either way,
Yeah, I'll just go to the basic skill. I
Okay.
was almost there.
we'll keep looking for a dodge button just for future.
Yeah. Nice. All right. You see these things firing from the top right. You deke your way out of the way. And the one you injured is also going to fire on you, Gerhardt. You've used your dodge now, and I did get a hit on you. And you take... Let's see, I may not get through your armor, though. That is 14 points of damage, pen 3. So ignore 3. Oh, and hit location. To your body.
Body?
Yeah.
So it's got 10?
It is... You have 10 armor there?
I think that's the number underneath it, yeah.
Yeah, what did I say? 14 damage?
Yeah.
14 damage with 3 pen. So you ignore 3 points of armor, then
So
subtract
take
7 from the 15. Does that include your toughness
And you
bonus?
take your toughness bonus as well.
Yeah. Does that include your toughness bonus as well?
I don't know.
Let's take a look here.
No, your 10 is just your armor. So you ought to add your 10 to your toughness bonus.
Toughness is 10. So it just gets absorbed by the armor.
I believe, and your toughness.
Yeah.
So
See a scorch mark on my armor.
take a 9. Yeah. I don't think. Do you take? It's not like Warhammer Fantasy where you take 1 minimum, right?
Ooh, good question.
I don't remember that being the case in Rogue Trader, but you guys weren't cruising around in power armor.
Right. Let's see.
Okay. So by default, a character reduces incoming damage by an amount equal to his toughness bonus. Armor can help further reduce the damage.
And it ignores three armor. So my armor is effectively a 7 in my body.
Correct.
My toughness, it ignores the first 10 points. My armor absorbs the rest, and I take no damage.
Yep, I don't see anything about minimum damage.
Okay.
Yeah, me either.
And then Gerhard shouts, "First mark on the new armor!"
Nice. All right, that's it for the Termagants. Hestan, what are you doing?
Okay, so some of them are now out of cover.
Yeah.
I can see them.
What
Yeah.
ammo is triggered? Remember your fire selector is...
Obviously the Hellfire rounds.
Obviously.
Okay, so I roll fire to shoot, correct?
Yep, and so fire selector, remember it's going to be in single shot because it's the Hellfire rounds.
Yeah, single shot.
Which one are you targeting? The one directly ahead, the group of 2 that are on the left, or the group of 2 that are on the right?
I'm going to target this one, or actually I'm going to target this one right here, or this group.
Well, they're in 2 groups. Remember, it's a blast 4, right? So they're
blast
with
3.
blast 3. There doesn't the Hellfire round increase that by 1 or no?
Increases
Increases
damage.
damage.
Only against hordes, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's just a horde thing.
Yeah. Okay. So then, they're within 3 meters of one another. So you'll hit both of them if you hit them.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Go ahead, make your attack roll.
Fire.
Couplet.
Oh.
No!
Do you want to fate point that, or do you have a demeanor you could trigger?
Gross.
Oh, you could have aimed.
Yeah, you could have aimed because it's a single shot,
Oh!
which would give him a plus 10.
Oh.
Get you plus 10.
In which case, that was a hit.
Okay, sorry, yeah, I didn't know that.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if they can... I'm not going to let them dodge out of the way of the thing, but what I will allow them to roll dodge to try and get behind cover when they see you firing. Actually, one fucking succeeded. But you know why? It's because I'm cheating and rolled 2 1-digit dice. Let me try that again.
Oh, cheating. It's cheating.
Cheating GM, my goodness.
It's your Brancalonia Deathwatch turn.
I got to get those in the mail, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, everyone from Paradar, everyone from Night Below got a Brancalonia dice. Okay. Then it is... go ahead and roll damage. And it's 2 hits, Hestan.
Okay,
They have
so...
8 extra armor because of the cover, but I'm not sure that's really going to help them. You may need to set up a separate damage roll, or like a separate damage thing for the
Hellfire dice.
Hellfire dice and the Hellfire rounds and the other ones.
Oh, maybe...
Like, unless there's... If the only thing is it's got blasts... Is it Pen 5 with Hellfire as well?
Here, hold on.
It ignores natural armor.
Oh, ignores natural armor. That's fantastic.
And on a 9 or 10, it's Righteous Fury.
Okay.
It's tearing if it isn't already.
Okay. What does tearing do in this one? Let's see. Tearing. Roll 2 dice for damage to take the better test result, which it looks like it did.
Yeah, because bolters have tearing automatically. So
Yeah.
Oh, I do have it set to tearing. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
yeah. Nice.
All right. Then the 20 and 20. Okay, so it ignores. Which one? What is it that allows him to ignore the natural armor?
The bullets
Hellfire?
themselves, the Hellfire. I think because it's acidic. They're
Yeah.
full of acid, according to the. I didn't put the description in there, but that's what the description said.
Oh, but that's what the description said. Is that it also ignores?
Oh, the
Hellfire
effect.
or
The
Hellfire.
first line says the weapon ignores natural armor.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. It's been a long week. The first thing. How about read, Matt? See where it says that, Madison?
No, it's not. Jeff didn't put that line in the description. He only put the effect.
Okay. Ignores natural armor. Excellent. Okay, so then, that's.
Correct.
So what does it look like as you vaporize these two things?
I think it's just you just see him turn. You know, it's probably I don't know his visor narrows or his little sight thing narrows, and you can see he's just got them locked in. And I think there's a big smile on his face because this is the first time he's had access to special ammo like this. Is being
Yeah.
part of this Deathwatch extraction attack, and so I think that it's just pure pleasure.
Nice.
He's here to destroy the Xenos, and he's finally given the opportunity.
Let's get it on. Yeah, it's that nice.
Dan,
You know,
not-
like you're nervous until you go out into the field to play and actually have that first play, and then you're like, "We're good." You know, here we go.
Velitis.
Exactly.
I will point out that one of your tertiary objectives is Pride of Arms. Slay a Tyranid creature in hand-to-hand combat.
There's that wounded one that's.
Your
That's
turn.
why I'm running forward.
The two he sees, actually, the two ones he's closest to are those ones in that tower up on the right. They're behind
Yeah.
cover, but if he attacks in close range, you have been aiming, so that would interfere with your plan for aiming. But just a reminder.
I'll continue. It's a good thought. I'll continue with the aim since I had the full.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your turn, Velitis. First, what ammo is selected with your fire selector?
Hellfire.
Okay.
Hellfire.
And then what do you want to do?
I am attacking. I am
Okay.
attacking.
Go right ahead, and be sure. Remember, everyone, keep track of your special ammo and your regular ammo if you're using it. You'll be able to reload between sessions, between encounters.
Awesome. Let's see
Velitis,
here.
so it's no modifier for range.
Okay.
I'm not going to let them
Uh,
dodge because you did manage to sneak up here.
Okay. Plus 20 for this aim, right?
Yep, that's right. Remember, don't put the plus sign in.
Yep.
There you go.
Nice.
Go ahead, roll damage.
Yes.
And your Deathwatch,
and let's-
whatever stuff is active too.
Yes. 9 or 10. Yep.
Here it comes.
Let's see. Do I need number of hits? How do we do this on our own? So I have to ask you.
If you're using the Hellfire, it's got blast 3, so 2 hits.
No, sorry. The blast 3 comes from Hestan's heavy bolter.
Okay, so then just 1 hit.
1 hit.
Yeah, because you fired a single shot. And 18 with pen 4. Oof.
Ooh, and I rolled 9.
Yeah. So that's enough. It is
Okay.
through. All right, that was you have one more action or one half action if you want to do anything. You could move your half move if you like. What is your half move?
My half move. I just have to find what tab I need to go to. Let's see here. Oh, half move right here. Stand by. It is half move is 5 meters.
He's 10 meters away. Not telling you your job. With your jump pack,
Okay.
you double it. You could be right in there.
Can I attack? Is that a?
That would be a half
kidding.
move. Because your jump pack, you get to double it though.
Would I be better off doing that next time so I'm less exposed?
Absolutely, it's a half action to be a coward as well too. If that's what you're.
Oh wow! Wow!
Ow.
He's a member of the Soft Raven chapter.
Yeah. Jim just wants me to get out of there and get exposed. That's
No, but what you
Jim
could also
wants.
do too is you could take that half action, jump 10 meters in another direction, try and draw the other one after you.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. All right.
I want to get that jump pack warmed up. I got to get those engines.
All right.
So as it shout across Fox, Validus is advancing backwards again.
Velitis, if you'd at least get my name right if you're going to heckle me, please, Nazaratus.
All right, Gerhardt. What if you got a fire selector? What ammo are you using, and what are you doing with your turn?
Well, probably too far away, but I was going to draw my chainsword and run full out at the injured one.
So you couldn't run full out because remember, readying is a half action.
Oh, right,
So
right.
you would get your out, and you'd be able to move your half move.
Forget it. I'll just pop it. I'll just grab my bolter and take a regular shot at it.
Okay. The one in cover or the one that's directly ahead?
The one that's directly ahead.
Go right ahead. Its bottom half is concealed, but
So then,
I mean, your bolter does so much damage, it's probably going to blow right through the armor.
yeah,
Yeah.
single shot, or can I semi?
So it depends
Semi to
on
full.
the weapon. A bolter,
I'm not using a bolter
any.
god.
semi, or so you could single shot, semi-auto, or full.
I'll just do semi-auto.
So semi-auto grants plus 10,
So
and
it's a
every
plus
2
10,
degrees of
it's a full
success.
action.
Yeah. Yeah, and then plus 10 to your attack. Every 2 degrees of success gives another hit.
Okay.
Go right ahead. Nice.
Headshot.
All right, the headshot too. So it is only one shot, but go ahead and roll damage. Yeah. Thing explodes. Nazaratus, what are you doing? You're 24 towards him, I believe. You got another 36 to go.
I'll keep
What's the range of your
Running
psychic
at him.
powers?
let's double check. One is definitely 30. Let me have a look at smite. Oh no, I don't. Yep. So nope. No use.
What is the range of them?
30.
Oh, are they both 30?
Yep.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I will run towards it.
Okay. So they're 24 or...
Yeah, another 24.
Okay. This thing is going to spend a half move to go running after Velitis, and then it's going to try and take a shot at you. And... Whoa! Just barely a hit. You want to dodge, Velitis?
I do indeed.
Go right ahead. You sure you don't want to take a flesh borer hit?
Prefer not.
It's tearing.
That's a failure.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to
Fate point that?
spend a fate.
Got it.
That's what they're there for.
Come on, big money.
There we
you
go.
So it goes right past you. Hestan, the one that was up on the right there, seems to have run deeper into the thing, although you did hear the report of Velitis's bolt pistol up there. So you assume that it's gone in pursuit. You currently have no line of sight to anything. What would you like to do?
I also don't have one of those flying packs, so I guess I could, I'll circle. I'll start to circle around a little bit to pinch it off if it comes out a different area. So I will full run around
Sure. What's your full
the
run?
tower. My full run is 24.
24 as well. Okay. Velitis, this thing just took a shot at you. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm going to. Can I? Oh, let's. I am interested in. Exactly.
What is that?
Can I charge it with my? Let me put it in the.
20 meters. Wow, that's incredible. I mean, you definitely don't need that. It's probably within 10 or 15 meters of you.
Can I do it anyway?
You could definitely do it anyway. It does require a challenging piloting test, though.
Oh, good point. That's true. That's the downside. Oh, it's true.
But no, it's good to know. And it only works in solo mode, so like this is a mode you would be using that in. Absolutely. You want to try it? Fuck it. You got one fate point left.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. Live large.
Heck yeah.
Die in an amusing
it's
way.
right there. It's kind of funny too because it's right there, but I just jump into it anyway. Like, come on, you've seen us.
You know what? I kind of picture it's like you're sort of like anime jumping style. You're like you hit the ground from that jump pack, you slide on the frozen, dirt. It triggers again, and you just go flying back towards it.
Big time.
Okay. All right. I'm just checking to see if there's a modifier with charge as well.
Oh, good call.
Plus 10 to your weapon skill.
Okay.
Okay, so you get a plus 10. So first, let's make a challenging pilot personal test.
Yep. Let's see here.
I have full faith in you. Here you go.
All right. This is challenging. That is a negative. We'll hit up the fate.
Wait, before you do that.
Yeah.
So I'm not asking for the full description of it. What is a single word that make up your demeanors?
Yeah. Single word. Single word is, I know it's a mechanic, but renown.
Renown is the... So what's the other one?
You're not asking me to make it up.
No, you have it listed on there. So I'm asking for... Because you rolled everything before, and there is a single word it gave you.
In the journal tab.
Journal, thank you.
Yep.
Your demeanor. That's what I'm looking for.
Got it.
Chapters on the right.
Gotcha. Let's see here. Son of Night. Dark and Brooding. Oh, personal. Wait a minute. Pious.
So
personal demeanor. I have pious.
So here's one way you might be able to stretch it is perhaps like it's like shouting scream. So like a stage whisper at a shout volume. You could just hear this, like your allies could hear over the thing. For the Emperor!
Yeah.
As you go and destroy this Xenos thing, that would give you a free reroll. That would mean it's the only demeanor.
Nest of filth.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So you get a free reroll. Put your fate point back.
Okay.
Give us your reroll on your personal pilot, and you use your demeanor for the session.
Nice. Very good.
Here we go. All right. So all it means is you overshoot it, I think. And
yeah.
Okay. Your charge is your third number there. What's that times 2?
My charge is times 2 is 30.
So you went 30. So I think you come flying out of the other side of here, like not out of control. And you've got your jump pack to have the controlled descent. So Hastan, if you're sort of racing around, you hear the sound of that jump pack triggering, and Nezeratus and Gerhardt would see Velitis come flying out and alighting down like his chapter's namesake. Gerhardt, what are you doing? There's no sign of any termagants right now.
I will run full out towards Velitis.
Okay. Nezeratus.
Probably fighting something.
So I'm charging forwards, or running forwards. So
So I think you
How
can.
far am I away?
So this thing is a little higher up. So
A bit higher, okay.
yeah, but let's do this. I think climbing. I think is a separate skill in this, right?
Yep.
Which give us an easy climb check. Oh wait, it doesn't ask for adjectives or whatever, right? Or descriptors.
No, just ask for your bonus.
Plus 30, 30.
Plus 30, okay.
Yeah.
Plus 30.
It's a sort of a, like ruined incline. You're making your way up towards this thing. 9 degrees of success.
Wow.
So
What slope?
you get to the top there, and you can see this termagant right there, Nazaratus. All right, termagant time. My favorite time of a Friday night. It aims and fires at you, and it goes wide, Nazaratus. Alien scum.
Oh dear.
Hestan. You're sort of moving away around the side, and you sort of hear, and then you look back in time to see Velitis landing down, and Nazaratus has kind of climbed up into the broken walls to access where these Xenos scum are hiding. What are you doing?
Could I? How high up is it? Like, can I actually climb it, or?
Not in a single round, I don't think. And also, you're fairly. You just started like kind of going on an angle. One option you could do. I'll point out the Overwatch option.
Oh, that's like if you wait to shoot, basically.
You set a kill zone, and then just you take minus 20 to the shot. But if something shows up there, that's a enemy.
Yeah, I'll wait to see. Yeah, that's good. I'll set up Overwatch in case Gerhard pushes them out.
Okay. Velitis, you've kind of landed on the ground. What are you doing?
Same target. How far am I away at this point?
You don't have line of sight to it right now because you've gone out and fallen down probably 25. But can you click on your jump pack once again? Because there's also an option to like actually fly in it beyond just augmenting your movement. So you may be able to get yourself back up there with a half move.
Oh, the flyer trait at the bottom.
Yeah, that could get you. If you use that, so just would give us a pilot personal check at plus 20, and
let's do it.
That'll be half move up to get there.
There we go.
No problem. So you land and then sort of redirect them down to be able to support your flight. Fly up, and then what do you do when you see this thing?
Can I attack? Can I get there?
Absolutely.
Chainsword time.
Oh, you cannot get into melee contact though. You're that
then
total
I fire
move.
away.
Okay, go ahead.
I will stick with Hellfire, by the way. Hellfire.
Whatever a sad revving of a chainsword is.
Are you kill stealing there, Validus?
What's that? Which one? What?
Are you kill stealing there, Validus?
I've no idea.
Ravens are notorious fans of cherries, so
it's all for the Emperor, Nazaratus.
give us a ballistic skill check that, or give us your attack with your bolt pistol, please.
All right. Range is par.
No modifier.
Okay.
You got to be within 3. Oh my!
Yeah,
Now,
boo.
do you want to fate point that, or?
Yeah, let's go. Let's
Go.
Burning through fate.
yeah.
Oof. All right.
No bueno.
Gerhard, you were running towards that area. You're about 1 more off right now.
Sure, I'll keep running.
Okay. Nazaratus, you're face to face with Xenos scum.
And I will aim and swing with my force sword.
You will need to engage first. It's still like 10 meters away. Can you charge?
Okay. Do I get any benefit from charging?
Plus 10 weapon skill.
Oh well, and then yeah. So
Okay.
Sort of like aim. Cool. I'll do that. Charge in.
Go right ahead.
Let's go, and I'll just change. Right. So it is attack with 10.
Solid hit. Now let me double check. I can't remember. Is it only... Can you dodge against melee in this game?
Oh,
I assume so.
let's see.
Some of these ones, they gate like dodge can only be used against certain things, and then only if you've got a crossbow or shield. Here we go. Actions. All right. Dodge. After a character is hit, full stop. Yep. They can make dodge checks. So, see, I definitely failed. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's go in here.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a
Righteous.
Fury.
righteous fury.
That is more than
I know
enough
we've
to-
already got it.
Yeah,
but
you got
it's
it more
just
than enough to kill it.
giggles.
There you go. All right. So then, what does it look like as you cut the last of these termagants down with your force sword?
Oh, straight down the middle. 2 termagants now,
All right.
and that's my hand-to-hand kill.
That is. Make sure you write down your tertiary objective that you've in your journal, maybe.
Yeah.
So you have achieved.
Pride of
What is
Arms.
it? Pride of Arms. Yeah. Thank you. Awesome. All right. So with that down, guys, that is the last of the Xenos scum that we're trying to ambush you. That did take 1 unit of time. 45 left by the time you reach the down shuttle. So let's move back to that. Go.
Now, our brief, according to our brief, we believe that the data core is at the shuttle.
No,
Okay,
he
is
had-
that correct?
I
No.
think he had data core.
Oh, okay. The Magos has it. Okay.
Yeah, we have to find him and extract him and the data core.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I'm just turning to the page now, guys. I don't want to shock you, but I think you may be in for an perhaps not unanticipated encounter. Block text. The jagged scar the crash has left in the scorched black earth is visible long before you come to the broken body of the shuttlecraft itself. Once a mighty machine, the spearhead-shaped Kestrel-class interplanetary fighter lies shattered against a rutted bank of earth, ramped up by its crash landing, its back broken, and its hull plating torn apart like paper. Despite the ruin of the wreckage, it is apparent that this ship's reactor and fuel lines did not rupture on impact, for otherwise there would be nothing left here but a glowing crater. The doors in the rear armored prow compartment hang open, where their emergency explosive bolts have been loosened for the occupants to escape, but there is no sign of them or any other life. So, the 4 of you reach up to here. I'm assuming everyone has reloaded. Feel free to fill your... For the things that are regular ammo, fill that up. If you've used Hellfire or anything like that, remember that does not come back. What are you guys doing? Is anyone trained in tech use?
no.
Negative.
Tech use is an advanced skill.
I'm trained in tracking.
Okay. You could make a tracking check, Gerhardt. It is a difficult tracking check. Minus 10.
Any way to assist in this game? I can't recall.
Ooh, good question. I don't know.
Because I am trained in it as well. So I could, if
While we're tracking, could Heston and
Assistance.
Azaratus do like search the rubble?
You reduce the difficulty by 1 step.
Oh,
So having
nice.
reached here, it'll be so a cursory search. Remember, 1 time unit. A careful inspection is 1d5, I believe, time units. And this will allow all of you to do your full searches. So, yes, Velitis, you would be able to assist Gerhard in this. It would mean that he's rolling against challenging, so no modifier.
Help a brother out. Okay. So does Velitis have to roll, or?
Whichever of you is choosing to roll, you're the one who rolls.
Okay, so
Go for it.
His help just reduces the difficulty. He doesn't have to-
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Modifier.
Challenging +0. Yeah. You want to fate point that?
Yes.
Or do you have a demeanor that might apply? Either your chapter or your personal. To save you your fate points.
Zealous.
What do you think? You're here, you're working in a team. I could see that being zealous. You're coordinating with a teammate. That really fits with, look over there, coordinate.
Yeah.
So give us a reroll. You've used your demeanor for the session as well.
Okay.
Come on. You got this.
There you
Look at
go.
that.
Nice.
So,
Thanks for the help.
You bet. You
Good
bet.
work, Velitis.
Commander.
so you
Get my
are,
gruff whispers going.
yeah. What, after that shout scream before, his voice is even more stage whispery.
Yeah.
Nazareth. 52 on tracking. You should have been making this roll. Next time.
Next time.
Okay, before I reveal what you've learned there, Hestan and Nazaratus, what would you like to do?
I think, if I may, no. Go ahead.
Search the area.
Yeah, but I think you should do a detailed search.
Oh,
If we can determine a good amount of information.
yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Get us on the right track.
Okay, you could give us a difficult awareness check if you'd like, Hestan.
Okay.
It'd be minus 10.
Minus 10 to the modifier.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh,
Wow.
He's taking this mission very seriously.
It definitely is. And again, like,
Clearly.
this is a game we're rolling low as a benefit, so... there is stuff you're going to be learning during this time. What about you, Nazaratus? What do you think? If you don't have tech use, you could just make an intelligence test. It is a more challenging one, but you may be able to pick up something from the wreckage itself.
Go on then. Let's do that.
Okay, so it would be minus 20 if it's just intelligence. Are you as Deathwatch, you guys don't have basic training in tech use?
No.
Okay.
Don't think.
Look at that, you guys.
Oh, 0-1.
All right.
Wow.
1? Wow.
Excellent. All right, so here's what we're going to learn. Let's go in top to bottom here. Actually, I'm going to go reverse order because it's sort of like closest to a little bit out to where your investigations, Velitis and Gerhard, will take you.
Okay.
So in the shuttlecraft, what you find, there are 4 crewmen, including the pilot, that died on impact. Their bodies have been left where they died. Several servitors were also either pulverized or shredded in the central hold as the shuttle started to come apart. In the control compartment, various post-crash modifications have been made to the shuttle's broadcast Vox system. So perhaps there is a answer to how the Magos got the word off the planet and up to the, what's it called? The something wolf? Oh, Thunder's Word. Not even close. With you, because you were studying it, you're Mechanicus, right? But you can tell that it has been expertly repurposed to boost its signal strength, and it has been properly anointed with the rites of extreme unction of the cult of Mechanicus. It is doubtlessly the source of Magos Viakai's last transmission. And it also appears to be what has irretrievably burned it out in the process. Power on board the wreck seems to have been shut down before it was abandoned. So, you found the way that he sent the word out. Hestan, as they're going around and inspecting the location, what you can find is you first come across something that is this spattering of blackish liquid that is not luminescent enough to, or not luminescent, not, what's the word I'm looking for here? It doesn't have that, sheen that oil or, any other kind of petroleum product would have. But it's not blood either. And having seen now several of these termagants blasted apart, it's not the ichor from, or whatever passes for lifeblood in the Tyranids. And checking this stuff, what you realize is that it is the same kind of blackish mixture. It has that stink that permeated the air of chemical and blood. It is most pronounced on this. And knowing who your target is, this must be the lifeblood that drives the phenomenally cybernetically altered senior Mechanicus priests like the Magos.
Right. So he's clearly been injured.
Yes. You also, because you rolled 3 successes, you know that they typically, especially more advanced members of the Mechanicus, they have a self-healing mechanism in there. So the fact that he's bleeding out in the open here like this tells you that it's a pretty significant injury, or something has gone wrong with those implants.
Mm-hmm. He could also be in big trouble.
Yeah, a combination of the two. You also find in your search oh, no, nothing else. So, that is what you find. Velitis and Gerifhard. Between the two of you, you are able to find some tracks leading away from here. It's really relatively easy to do so. Unfortunately, it is at your pace, it is going to be about maybe a 10-minute walk. At a human pace, it would be about 20. And you can see that where you know that you've reached a point where something occurred, because there is a bisected and still sparking body of a combat servitor. There are also 2 bodies of naval crewmen, and there is a shattered servo skull. Remember, the servos are those little, like, one of the kinds of the servos are the skulls that sort of float around everywhere. In addition to that, there are 2 dead Hormagaunts. One which seems to have been partly fused into ash, no doubt by a Melta blast. There is no sign of the Magos here. And this is in this direction, guys.
Does anybody want to roll the 1d5 for our detailed search?
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Okay.
3.
Mhm.
42. Coming up on your first hour of activity, guys. So, having uncovered that information thus far, what's in the crashed vessel, you also have come across now a combat servitor. You are not, it is still partially functioning. So Nazaratus is building on your incredible roll from before. There may be some additional info still within this thing that would take time to access as well. But it does appear that he is headed in this direction. I will tell you, while there were tracks to follow up to this point, and there is some blackish, that when Hestan tells you what he came across and what he thinks it is, you find more of the Magos's blood, or what passes for it, heading off in that direction, but his tracks seem to disappear, or at least they are no longer able to be followed. There are no tracks of other things, no Tormagants or Termagants there, so it doesn't appear he's been taken, but it's unclear where in this direction he has gone.
Do you want to gamble and pick a spot, head towards something? Or do we want to carry on and then try to track again? It'll probably be a difficult track if we try to pick up a trail that's gone missing, I would assume.
Can I use the magnoculars to scan in the direction the tracks we lost them and scan forward?
Absolutely, yeah. Unfortunately, no sign of him as of yet.
Okay. Yeah, so we got the picture of, that it's always cool, like in the movies, because you see the little...
Yeah.
What do we know is over here?
That over there is a security bunker.
Hmm.
And down here we had
Some
communications.
overturned machine of some kind.
Oh, it's further out. It's the communications relay.
But yeah, the comm relay is right there. Yeah, you got it.
A security bunker might be a good place to hide out if one is injured.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Let us check there.
Let's go.
Let's go there.
Okay.
We'll find out.
How do you
Yeah,
want to
Jim.
move? Oh yeah, it's 10:55 already. Holy shit. Yeah, time flies. So yeah, we'll leave you guys there. So we got your time listed in there. You're not going to get XP per session with this game. You'll get it at the conclusion of your mission. But somebody has already earned some XP with that first. What do you call it? That first thing.
Apparatus.
Whoa.
Very nice. All right, then, guys. So, before we got a couple minutes here. Anyone have any opening thoughts on our first setting up and getting going?
I have to say, I really love these rules like narrative games. They're awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, up front between like solo and the squad, I'm like, wait, what? What just happened?
The Blades in the Dark crowd, they should really give this one a try. I think they feel like this is really right up their alley.
Well, you're forgetting about all the codex abilities that you've got to try and remember what all those do, but otherwise, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse
You know
me.
what was fun is seeing you guys make the decision over the oath and seeing you guys coordinate to decide what, one would work best and who would be the leader. That was pretty fucking cool to watch. I love seeing players make decisions over resources. And once you guys knew how much more of badasses you were than the Termagants, it was very cool seeing you guys like, wait, fuck these things.
Yeah.
Let's get
I
them.
just didn't have any idea at first, wasn't quite sure.
But also, we're space marines. Like, we're literally
Yeah.
badassery in a can.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
And the dice were in your favor tonight, too. Yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Except
Were we
Sean.
rolling D100s or D10s? It's,
I mean, I was rolling D10s at one time. So, awesome. All right, then. For those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for our first proper session. So, Chapter 1 of Extraction. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game, or the campaign we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where we have a channel dedicated to the many Warhammer games we run on the channel, as well as channels for most of the other campaigns we have on the channel, other games we run on the channel, virtual tabletop chat, find a group, GM discussion. There's a terrific, helpful, knowledgeable, and friendly community over there, and you're more than welcome to join us. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an incredible selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. Like what, Dave? What kind of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPG might you be able to find there?
I think I found this there.
That's right. Yeah, Deathwatch. They definitely have Deathwatch. I got several of my Deathwatch books from them. If they do not have something listed in their extensive catalog that you were looking for, you can put it on a want list, and they'll send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code MUSERNIGHT, all caps, all one word. It's listed in the description down below. It'll save you 10% on any purchase of $10 or more. And if you're listening to this after July 15, 2025, come back to one of our more recent videos. You'll see what the current discount code is listed there. I also mentioned at one point during the session, at the end of the month on May 31st, we will be running the first ever, our charity marathon. 16-hour marathon, 4-part Dragonbane adventure. We have a whole host of players who are going to be playing, some joining later, some going the whole duration. 4-part adventure for Dragonbane, and all in support of the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, and donors will be able to have an impact on the session, whether to make things more difficult, more fun, or just more easy, I guess, for our players. So we should have some fun options. We will be tracking it live too, so you will be able to affect a live play. You do not need to donate in order to watch. We're happy to have you join us as well, but if that does sound interesting, mark May 31st on your calendar, starting at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and going till midnight Central Standard Time, or until I fall down. One or the other. Hopefully the latter will come after the former is reached. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our stalwart Battle Brothers, I guess. I'll say players, Battle Brothers. So, James, Jeffrey, Sean, and Dave, thank you so much for playing tonight, guys. This was a lot of fun. It's our first, I know we kicked the game around a little bit one time. This is our first time doing the actual requisition stuff and getting you into battle, so that was pretty cool. I am, of course, so sorry for what's going to happen next session. So yeah. That's... but we will be back in 2 weeks' time to see what happens to our Deathwatch. You guys have, what, 4 hours and 12 minutes left. I'm sure that's plenty of time to find this guy, right? Although I think you're down a Battle Brother next time. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's true.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
And the dude's bleeding out. The Bagels is bleeding out too. That's not going to help. They don't have 4 hours.
Yeah. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time, but until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes are finding on the moon of Tantalus. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.
See ya.